Yes, lovely people, it is the last Friday of the month, and you know what that means. We need to have a little chat, people. This is your show. This is a show where you get to come on to our channel and express your views, thoughts, and opinions and ask us questions. It's just me tonight. Matt and Drift aren't available, unfortunately. It's just me, but we're here. It's Friday. It's Kopish calling live. Let's get into it.
Shout out to Kopish.
Shout out to Kopish, guys.
All the good work
the
up.
two legends, Emil Heskey, Howard Gell. Can't get much better than that, guys. Yeah. You know what to do now. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm with legends, guys. Kopish. Yes, people, hope you're all well. Smash that like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, all that good stuff, people. Look, I could sit here and waffle on and do all of that stuff. We've got a lot of stuff to talk about. Frimpong Friday, Versus edging closer to a move to Liverpool, Kirkes edging closer to a move to Liverpool, Pep Linders is joining Man City. We've got a lot to speak about. Look, links in the chat, people. Come have your say. I'm very intrigued to see what a lot of you got to say about certain topics, certain issues. Oh, Trent's gone as well. Gone to Madrid. Pushed through that move quickly as well. A lot to talk about, people. A lot to talk about. Link is in the chat. Come and have a little chat with me, people. Let's do this. I'm going to try and keep you guys down to a few minutes. I can't do this too long tonight. Pause. Because I've got to do a few other family bits and bobs. But we'll see what we can do. Right. Let's get the... Wow. This is crazy. It's Kall. Wow. Christian Patel. Don't want to get injured. Kall, sorry. Wow. I don't want to talk to Kall. Joking. Mark, you're not even joking. I can hear it, bro. I can hear it. Now, all jokes aside, people, make sure you're smashing that like button. Right. First caller of the day is Marty. Are you there, bro?
Yo.
How you doing, bro? How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Chilling. How you?
Not too bad, bro. Hay fever is kicking me, kicking my ass at the moment. But apart from that, I'm all good, brother. How's everything with you, man?
Yeah, man. All good. I went to the trophy parades on the was it Monday? That was a junk, man. I queued for 4 hours at Liverpool Line Street for the train to
get home.
Yeah, to get back.
Yeah,
and I got home at like 3 a.m.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. And then I had work that day. I didn't go.
Yeah.
I said I had a flat tire. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think a lot of people said that.
Yeah. But like obviously I was hoping I would just randomly bump into you guys.
Yeah.
But you know, it was a madness out there. I reckon next time I might sleep over or I might drive and park so far away so I can just leave by my car and just go, because at one point I kind of regretted going.
Nah, so we had this discussion and was like, because we were looking obviously the train times and we were also looking at the time the parade was happening. We were like, if we missed this, we had traveled all the way up here for kind of like missing it. That'd have been mad, but we saw the players, so it felt worth it. But I think we'll definitely plan things different to what we did this time. But I don't think any of us as fans traveling there can be to blame. Like, the train service was awful.
Exactly.
The stewardship at the train stations were terrible.
Yeah.
So I don't think we as fans can really hold much blame, if I'm going to be honest. I think that's on them.
You know what's crazy? Because we've known for a month we've officially won the league. So I'm like, you've had a month to actually prepare.
Yeah.
The Champions League was what? 1st of June, I remember, 2019. The next, I swear, the parade was like a couple of days or the next day.
No, so Champions League final was first. I'll never forget. Champions League final was my.
Anthony Joshua lost that day. Don't forget.
Yeah. Oh yes, he did, innit? Because that's my wedding anniversary. 1st of June is my wedding anniversary. So the game was on the 1st, and the parade was on the Monday.
That's what. So that's what.
And there was no issues from what I heard.
That's what same. And then like when we lost the Champions League in 2022, the next day I remember Klopp was like, You can lose the Champions League the one day, the next day, cup double, we're going through the city.
Yeah.
I never heard anything about that, but like, yeah, I low-key regretted it when I was just, you're just shivering and your clothes are wet, so you can't warm up.
Horrible.
That's why I was like, I don't know if this was worth it. But then it was worth it because I saw some of the players. They were driving quick though. It felt like they were in first gear the whole time. When they got to me, they were in third gear and they just zoomed past.
On that as well, apparently they had to speed up towards the end because they were so behind schedule.
Okay.
So because we felt like that, because when they got to us, it was like, hold on, why are they going so fast? But apparently they had to speed up because they were behind schedule.
Yeah. But I'm happy I went. I'm happy I had good vibes. I barely ate, but I was so cold I didn't care.
Yeah.
But I just want to talk about obviously Liverpool, Frimpong. Like, I'm happy, like, Trent leaves. They said Trent left at 11 a.m. 5 p.m. we signed the right back. So got some money, us. We're counting our pennies. We got 10 mil.
10 mil is not bad.
I'll take it. I'll take it. I'm happy we got the money. And this like transfer window kind of reminds me of, you remember summer 18, that window after we lost Champions League. It might be better, but it's giving me that kind of vibe where, remember Fabinho was like the next day after we lost. So it's kind of giving me that. I hope we address the deficiencies in our squad and first team. But what I want to talk about is, I didn't know Linders went to City. When I just heard it.
Bro, I just found out a couple minutes ago. Shout out to Luke Tanner. I'm in a WhatsApp group with a few other people, and Luke put it in the group, so I didn't even know until I saw it.
Do you think we're going to play 3 at the back next season with like Frimpong, because he's played 3 over there? I know, but it's just because the way people describe Frimpong to me is like he's kind of like Trent, and I'm scared for Ibu's knee. You know what I mean? His hamstrings. You know what I'm saying? I'm properly scared for his knees and hamstrings, because I'm like, fam. I'm just like, muscle injuries on like Ibu. It's like it gives me like, my heart will drop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's covering that big, like the right hand side, and then probably Szoboszlai, if he's playing, we'll probably have to help him. You know what I mean? Do a shift there. So, do you think we'll play 3 at the back or before, and then we're gonna have to teach him, just stay. Don't get too excited. Just stay back a little bit. Or is he going to be just bombing? You know what I mean?
I think in possession, we'll go 3 at the back. And I think one of the midfielders will drop in between Gravenberch and Virgil. Out of possession, I think we'll play 4-2-3-1 out of possession, or 4-2-4 like we do at the moment. But I think in possession, I think we will go to a back 3. But I don't think we'll start games like that.
Yeah, because I
think Lurkers will naturally push forward as well.
That's what I was gonna say. Remember, you guys discussed you want to have like preferably one fullback, attacking, one a bit more defensively minded. So it's like, what do you want? You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it looks like we're gonna have both. And like I said, I love what I loved about this season was we were keeping like clean sheets at the beginning, like that puts your heart at ease. Like, okay, we just need to score, and then as long as we probably won't concede. We might concede 1, but we'll be quite secure. Yeah, and that's probably in the back of my mind what I'm worried about for next season. But overall, it looks promising. Like, we are moving like a big club, and like all of us, we need to act like we are Liverpool and we're not any team. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what I'm hoping for. And if this summer goes well and obviously everyone stays fit and healthy, I believe we can go back to back.
Yeah, it'll be harder this season though. It'll be harder this season.
But I think we can also make a deeper run in the Champions League. I think, if we beat PSG, we win Champions League. That's just if we had beaten them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I wanted to say. And
no, big up, bro. I want to chop up. You made a comment, but I'm gonna let you go, and I'm gonna dive into that comment because I think it's a very smart comment you made. But I'm gonna dive into that now, bro.
Yeah, but shout out to you, the guys. Next year, if we have a trophy for it, guys. You're gonna put like a location, like, guys, we're gonna be here. I will go. I'll be there.
No, God willing, we will, man. Yeah. God willing, we will.
But have a good one. All right.
Appreciate you, my brother. Take care, yeah?
You too.
Nice one. Big up to Marty. Sorry, am I pronouncing your name right? Oh, let me know. Let me know in the comments, bro. Marty made a really good comment and said this could be akin to the 2018 summer. Don't hear me out, guys, before you call me a Debbie Downer or anything like that. I just want to put a proposition across. I think this summer is going to be one that's either great or one we look back and go, we really messed up that summer. It's either going to be 2018 or it's going to be 2014 when we signed a bunch of players with Brendan Rodgers and very few of them worked out. I think it's going to be one of those windows. I'm leaning more towards 2018. Again, everyone knows I've not made a secret about it. Frimpong and Kirkers weren't my first choice, but they are very good footballers. I will never sit here and go, oh, Frimpong's dead or he's not dead. Far from it. He's a very good footballer, as is Kirkers. And obviously, Florian is Florian. He's a player who I believe is a generational talent potentially. So it could go the way of 2018. However, I still need to see what's going on with the other positions. We've started work very early and got ahead of a lot of teams in the business we're doing. We need to make sure we capitalize when we fill in the rest of the positions, etc. So let me know your thoughts on that, guys. Right, gonna have the next caller in. The next person who is about to jump onto the stage is a man who's a fitness fanatic, but constantly sends me the best chocolates and sweets money can buy. It's an oxymoron when you break it down, but he's our brother, the one and only M Tom. Is he in the building? My bro, how are you, man?
Yeah, I'm good, bro. I'm glad that you guys are all right.
Yeah, we are. Touch wood and thank God, man. God was watching over us, so we are good. And you know what? Sorry, just on that, thank God that no one passed away from that incident as well, and the person has been arrested, etc. And hopefully those people make a full recovery. So yeah, God was definitely watching down on us on Monday. So praise God, man.
100%. Yeah, nah, man. I've been there. Like I think Matt touched upon on the signal 4G thing. Because it reminded me when I watched the World Cup back a few years ago in Doha, like in the stadium, like you can't just get the signal thing. So I get it. Like if you're alone, like it will be it gets sticky in it.
Yeah.
That
is the one thing I'd recommend to, again, not everyone is able to do it, but if you can have the privilege of going to a parade or something like that, I'd always recommend traveling with at least one other person, because you just never know. So yeah.
Lesson of the day. First of all, I'd like to give a shout out to my Southeast Asian neighbors. They beat Man United 1-0.
Yes.
I don't even know. Like one of the captain played for. I mean, one of the squad. I think he's a Vietnamese captain, and I think he scored the goal. And I didn't watch the game, and like everyone in my we have a football circle over here in it, and then they talk about got schooled because even the performance was just jarring. So big up to my Asian All Stars. So I just want to get that out of the way.
Always love seeing United lose.
Yeah. Do you know what it is, Cal? Before I go into the question, I don't know if you know this. So they were in Malaysia, they played that game, and apparently I saw a video. I think Ganacho or one of the youth academy, they asked for the locals to pay for the scooter ride.
I saw that. Yeah, what was all that about?
I have no idea.
Diallo.
Yeah, I think it's Diallo. I have no idea what was going on, but I suppose I think they don't have cash in hand to pay for, like those the e-bike, like Saturday, the Saturday bike like you have around in the city. Yeah. Like you just pay £1 coin, like insert the coin over, and then you just can ride around with the bike. I think they don't have cash. Rather, it's just a card payment. So I suppose that's one of the reasons why. But people went viral in it, so it's just hilarious to see. You know,
That was crazy. Typical
yeah.
United, isn't it? When it rains, it pours.
No, but you know, I the caller previously that talk about that asked about playing three at the back. I actually have a question on that because I know we missed out our. I don't know if it's really true and if it did really materialize on Dean Huijsen that we were after it before. You know, it was all over when Real Madrid went for him.
Yeah.
I generally think that how Slot wants to play next season with playing from the back. I don't know what style would be like, whether it's three, whether it's four, but whether it's back three or back four. But I generally think that he's already looking at a profile. You know, when like Pep used John Stones,
Yeah.
he's like a makeshift CDM slash center back, so
Yeah.
he's very comfortable with the ball, and I think that's where Slot sees like as a benchmark. So he's looking for a center back that is so comfortable with the ball that he can, you know, push up to the midfield. And then it all makes sense when you have Kirkes and Frimpong. Well, Kirkes, hopefully. I know I know a lot of at the fan base don't want you to say the name, so I'll just say it on behalf of you. But no, but I think where we'll be at as Slots next blueprint in terms of attacking phase is he wants to have like a flat forward, you know what I mean? Like overload in the attack. So
Yeah.
I generally think like one of the center back would join the attack and dictate the tempo and dictate the game.
Yeah,
So I
potentially.
generally think that's why. Sorry.
Potentially. I didn't think of that, but it could work.
Yeah. I think that's why like I'm not I don't, you know, with Kwanzaa's future and Joe Gomez, if they don't move on this summer, like moving leaving this summer, I wouldn't mind that. But I suppose Slot has other like he's looking other players in the market available that he sees potentially that has a better suited in terms of their profile,
Yeah.
or else that he could live he could do another season with the existing players that we have. So that's one of the thought that I have, like, you know, ongoing thought,
Yeah.
how we fare for the next season. And also, last thing before I leave is, have you ever heard of this? I don't know if it's a big thing, but I've seen over like from the content creators, it's called Ballers League in UK.
Bonus league.
Ballers League, yeah.
Oh,
Like,
Ballers League. Yeah. I've seen that.
yeah,
Yeah.
I just want to know your thought, like over in general, like whether it will sustain for the next 5 years, because it's picking up like
Yeah.
popularity in it.
Yeah.
Like, it's becoming a hit. And I've seen like quite a number of content creators as well, like
Yeah.
attending the games and doing the vlogs and stuff. So I'm pretty intrigued on that, you know.
Yeah.
But no, that's all I have,
All right,
bro.
I'll chop that up, man. I'll chop
Yeah,
that up.
yeah. Men's trying to get a hand of that. You know, the Cadbury Biscoff. The one.
I did. My missus bought it. We found
yeah?
it. Yeah, bro. We found it. I told you, the diet's gonna start soon. I don't know when, but it's gonna start soon. But we found it. It's fantastic.
Well, there you go. Just remember to
Keep
to
sending
dash,
the sweets and chocolates over, bro. I'm gonna keep buying them. You know how we do.
yeah. Just remember to dash 5K straight away, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right, man.
Big
That's
up,
all I
bro.
have to say.
Gonna
So
chop
big
that
up,
up now,
man.
yeah.
Up the Reds. Take
Bless
care.
you, brother. Big up Tom Mizzy. All right, let's start with Gomez and Kwanzaa. So I don't think Gomez and Kwanzaa are the problem. I think the problem is we don't have a bridge between Virgil and Ibu and Gomez and Kwanzaa. So the drop off from the starting two to the third and fourth choice is a massive drop, in my opinion. If you had someone who was almost better than Kwanzaa and Gomez, but maybe not as good as Virgil and Konate, I don't think we have an issue there. I think that's where the issue lies. I can see one of two moving on in the summer. I'll be very shocked if we sell both. If we sell both, it would be a massive rebuild in defense, and I don't necessarily know if we want to do that as a club. Plus, I do think both of them can be valuable, especially Gomez in terms of his versatility. The only issue with Gomez is obviously the lack of playing time through injuries, etc. So it's going to be interesting to see what we do there. So we will see. We will see. I don't know if we sign a centre back, guys. I really want us to. I just don't think we will. Couple of you lot are saying about a Diaz goodbye post. Can someone send me a link to it, or because obviously I'm on this page here. Is Diaz definitely going, or is this someone playing a fool or putting 2 and 2 together and not getting 4? Let me know, guys. Let me know. And then Tarmizi's other question relating to Ballers League. I think it will be around for at least 5 years. I think with the content creator space at the moment, it's booming, and football is a very good way to showcase that. A lot of content creators, even if they aren't in the football space itself, they are very close to the football space or easily able to get into the football space. Most people support a football team. So even if they're not doing content around football, they can still dip their toes into football, etc. So I think it'll be around for a long, long time. I'm going to have a look and see if I can find Luis Diaz's Instagram post, and then I'll see if I can share it with you guys, because a lot of you guys are mentioning it in the comments. Apologies to everyone waiting. I'll be with you very, very soon. Okay. Says, okay. All right. I'm going to read it out to you guys. In fact, let me share screen so you guys can see it as well. All right, you guys should be able to see that, right? So, and so comes to an end another season at this incredible club. And what a season it was. The long-awaited league titles returned to Anfield. The Premier League is ours, and it feels amazing to know that no one doubts we were the best, and because of that, truly deserved. We were a real team, a strong group, a family, always backed by extraordinary supporters. It's hard to find fans anywhere in the world as dedicated and passionate as these. Anyone who plays for this badge is bound to miss. Anyone who plays for this badge is bound to miss this incredible atmosphere one day. Oh, my thanks go to everyone, teammates, coaching staff, club, and supporters. It was an unforgettable season, one I'll always carry in my heart. You'll never walk alone. Interesting. I don't think that's necessarily a leaver's message. Remember, English isn't his first language. Again, I don't know if he was the one that wrote that or if someone else wrote it for him. I don't know. I think we might be reading a little bit too much into that. Personally, I could be completely wrong. I don't know. That's not enough for me to say, oh, like he wants to leave or he's leaving. Personally, I could just be wrong, but I don't think that's. I think that's a message of gratitude and happiness and everything. Personally, that's just my feeling, but we'll see. I'm sure we'll find out in the coming weeks and months. Right. When they bring in our next caller, weren't able to meet up with him in Liverpool, unfortunately. But you know him. He's got his own channel as well. We call him Uncle. Big up to the one and only Uncle Rod's in the building.
Yes, man. Selassie God, no, brother. We're there, man.
How you doing, Uncle?
I'm good, man. It's been a good day. Frimpong Friday, you know it go already.
Frimpong Friday, come on.
You know how it go already, man. It's been a good day, and like they're moving kind of serious in the market, you know, still, you know, because there's talk about Edison, you know, from Atalanta. There's talk about him. Apparently, Richard Hughes is supposed to be chatting to their people.
I can get behind that deal. I can get behind that deal. Yeah, that works.
The two DMs that I wanted, yeah, I know you like Stiller. I know you like Stiller still. I know you're,
Didn't it?
but right. I know you're still over. But the two ones I wanted was Varela from Porto, yeah,
Okay. Yeah, I remember you
and
saying.
Edison. Because I think those two people are like no nonsense defenders. You know what I mean? I think what you need is a no nonsense DM because how dusty Man United are, they still got that Ugarte, and I think he's a no nonsense defender. You know what I mean? He's no nonsense. The only thing about obviously Ugarte, which I feel sorry for, is he's playing in a dusty team. Do you know what I mean? You understand what I'm saying? Last time I was on, and I was speaking to Drifty about like Amron, and I was saying like, you know, if Amron came to sort of like obviously Liverpool, he does a madness. Do you know what I mean? He does a madness. He would do very well at Liverpool. The only reason he's doing bad is that because like Man United is a dusty team. It's so dusty, it's unbelievable. Which one of those Which one of those players of Man United could you say that can walk into Liverpool?
Oh, no,
Which one of them?
With Trent leaving, I'd have said Mazraoui is the only one who could have potentially walked in at right back. Apart from that, no one.
And even that's a big shout, isn't it? Even that's a big shout. You know what I mean?
People can argue Bruno in the number 10 ahead of Szoboszlai. I can hear the argument. Bruno does get good output for a number 10, but yeah, no. Apart from Bruno and Mazraoui, no one can chat to anyone.
Yeah, and even if you look at them two there, right? Even that's a big shout, really, when you think about it, because like Bruno, like in a 10, all you have to do then, if you're not going to put Szoboszlai there, you put McAllister there. That's all you do. You know what I mean? And you know McAllister's a man as a 10 because he does it for his own country. Do you know what I mean? So, you know, arguably, yes, Bruno and Mazraoui, right? But it's still a shout. So when you look at what Amron's got to deal with, do you know what I mean? At Man United, it's like, you know, you have to think, no wonder he's doing bad. He's literally told, right? He's literally said that day, listen, I'm going to be here next season, yeah? But he's literally told we're going to have to fuck off. He's literally told him it.
Yeah, literally.
Literally. I'm going to be here next season, but you can fuck off.
Yeah.
No, so
I'm
funny.
good with it, though.
Yeah. It's so funny, but you know.
Right. I need things at Man United to stay how they are for a while. I need it to.
Listen, this is what I'm saying, and listen, you know it, and I'm not going to go through it again. You know it, and that's why I wasn't Arnie Slot's biggest fan. Yeah, I'm not going to go through it again because at the moment he's proving me wrong. He's doing his thing, and true the fact he's proving me wrong is the betterment of the club that I love. Right?
Yeah.
This summer, if we get it right this summer, we can dominate for at least 8 to 9 years. Yeah, we can dominate, right? And this is what we need to do. Do you remember the days that under, I think it was under Benitez at the day, right? When Benitez was just winning games. Yeah. And like for us winning games, it was just like second nature.
Yeah.
For us to win games. We knew at the day when we got on that pitch, we were going to win games, right? Even if we go back to the 80s, it was the same thing. 70s, same thing. I want to go back to the time at the day that when Liverpool walked on that pitch, you knew it was going to win the game. You didn't even have to watch the game. You knew it was going to win the game. I want to go back to those days there. Now, if we get this transfer right, we can go back to those days. But we have to get it right. We have to bring in the right players. I'm talking about the fact that look, if you can't get sort of like, I don't want that guy from PSG, the striker. I don't want him. You know what I mean? I don't want another.
No, me neither.
No, I don't want another Benfica reject. We've gone through that before with Darwin Núñez. I don't want that again. Do you know what I mean? I think at the end they sort of like, you know, if they're not going to get obviously Alvarez, because I want Alvarez badly.
Yeah,
I'm going to get Alvarez. The two people I'm going for, I will go for Nteke Ike, whatever his name is.
Yeah,
I'll go for him, but I'm trying to sort of like bring. Yeah, he's good. I'll try and bring the money down. But then there's a shout for Ryan Shirky going for him. Do you know what I mean? Like you push obviously Verts into a 9, then obviously, you know, Ryan Shirky plays as a 10. Do you know what I mean? Or he could play in a wing or whatever. He's very versatile. Excuse me. He's very versatile in that way, and it's only going to cost you about 20 million. Do you understand what I'm saying? You know, let's obviously talk about it, him going to Man City, but I think we should be able to hijack that. Do you know what I mean? We're the champions of England. Come on now. Do you know what I mean? We are Liverpool.
Now, we never strike.
Exactly. We got to strike while the iron's hot. Do you understand what I'm saying? And we cannot afford to drag our heels in this transfer window. We can't. Do you know what I mean? We have to do what needs to be done. Do you know what I mean? You know?
Yeah.
Because look at the parade the other day, apart from obviously, you know, what happened at Lime Street and all that, that was just a madness. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Brother, I was wet through, you know, bro. Yeah.
Pause.
Yeah. Pause. Put this way
I tell you,
I said pause it. Yo, man had me on that one. He said pause it. All right, cool. Yeah. No, but I'll put it this way, I was in a bad place, yeah. My trotters were swelled up, you know. Man's trotters are swelled up, you know, yeah. And like, you know, people was like anxiety attacks, bloody they had epileptic fits and all that. One young lady had an epileptic fit right in front of me. Literally right in front of me. Do you know what I mean? And her boyfriend was in bits. I told you in the week, didn't I?
Yeah.
Well, she was in bits and that. But apart from that, it was a good day. And plus as well, I got my refund as well, you know.
Yeah, we need to process ours.
Brother, what are you doing, bro? Why it take so long?
I know. I'm gonna do that today.
Where did you do it on train line?
Yeah.
Yeah, just go on there, and it's got a little thing there. It's got a thing there. You can sort of like go for refund and click on it, and they refund it. It'll take about 5 days to go in your account and that, but you'll get the refund. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't sort of like gow on it. Don't gow on it. Just get it done because, you know. But apart from all that, do you know what I mean? Obviously, what happened at the Strand, you know what I mean, which we won't talk about. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
Crazy.
It was a really great day, and it showed people at the day what Liverpool Football Club's about. It showed what it was about. 1.5 million people was there, yeah, that day. Then, you know what I mean? I got videos at the day of like train station, and it was just full up. Just full up and everything, and people were singing and all sorts. Do you know what I mean? So I think really and truly, we have got a real chance at the day of putting down real dominance. You never get two opportunities, because remember we had the opportunity 2017, 2018. We had that opportunity. Yeah. Up to 2019, we had the opportunity, and we never took it. And I think you never get the same opportunity again. Not so close anyway. You understand what I'm saying? And I just feel it today that we need to take the opportunity, get our shit sorted. You understand me? Right? Yeah. And just dominance, man. Because if we get the right players, we're winning that league again next season.
Yeah, agreed.
Listen, if we don't win the FA Cup and we don't win the League Cup and we don't win the Champions League, because personally today, I don't really rate the way they've done the Champions League now. I don't really rate it.
I enjoyed it this season, you know. I know we went out early. I enjoyed it this season. I think it's been good.
Yeah, it's been good. It's been good in a way. You know what I mean? Like, I put it this way, I can't sort of like deny the caliber of it, because like those two games against PSG and Inter Milan were Barcelona, Inter Milan. Yeah, those two games they were beautiful, really beautiful games. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. But to me, in the day, it's just the format of it now. Do you realize that this season come out, 6 teams can get in there?
Yeah.
6 teams. That's ridiculous, bro.
Yeah, it's a lot.
You know what I mean? So, you know, like, I don't even care if we don't win those 3 tournaments, as long as we win the league, because that's your bread and butter, bro. That's your bread and butter. Because
you know what I would. Yeah. You know what I would.
Yeah, #quad. You know what I mean? Don't write I've got you, man. All these people at the day that are making videos of you, you know, that,
yeah,
right?
Remember you're my lawyer. You're my lawyer.
All right. Well, I saw them. But you know what it is at the day? One of the things at the day, sort of like, I was kind of like, I don't know, I was disappointed in that I didn't get to link up with you guys there down at the parade, because I thought that would have been really good if I got to link up with you guys and stuff. But you know what there's going to be? There's going to be many others to
God
come.
willing.
You know what I mean? God winning and God spare our life and day we can make it. You understand what I'm saying? But listen at the day, right? Hashtag Reds, boy. We need to get this shit sorted out, get the right players in, you know what I mean? And the targets that you're identified with, you know what I mean? Like your Edison, like your Hatu, and this and that, because you might as well say that Kirk's and Wirtz is done. That's done. You know what I mean? Because even with the German youth, they're just trying to sort out the finer points. So nobody panic. Nobody panic, yeah? Now we've got to look for sort of like a defender. Now we've got to look for the striker. And now we've got to look for DM. Once we get that sorted, yeah? Listen, we're set, bro. We're on our way. But hashtag Kopish, man, for life. You understand? Hashtag Kopish for life. And
you're gonna put a link to your channel in the chat as well, people. Go subscribe to Uncle Rod's channel, people. Make sure you do
God
that.
bless you. God bless you.
Big up the family as well. You know we talk offline, but big up the family. You know how it goes as well.
Yeah, brother, you're done though. Big up Muma Sanderson. Big up Muma Sanderson straight in it. And Matt, big up Matt. You know what I mean? And big up GFD. God bless you all, man. I'll speak to you guys soon. Take care. Love.
Appreciate it. Yes.
Appreciate you.
Big up Uncle Rods as always. His link to his channel is in the chat. I think Uncle Rods is right, guys. If we get things right this summer, we put ourselves in such a strong position to go and do a madness. Big up to Monts, who sent over everyone to the channel. Big up Monts. Make sure you go and subscribe to Big Six Bants as well. Yeah, man, we're in a strong position, and it looks like we're strengthening from a position of power as well. So yeah, very happy about that. Obviously, always got time for Uncle Rods as well. We speak offline, and he's a very good guy, a very humble man as well. And yeah, God willing, next parade we get to meet up in person as well, man. Right, gonna bring in someone else. He also has his own channel. I call him the ITK Mac because he always he has a lot of scoops and he knows his stuff and he gets a lot right. People get onto K Mac, but he knows his stuff. And I like his opinions, even if we don't always agree on stuff. But yes, big up to K-Mac. Welcome to the show, my bro. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Sorry we didn't link up as well, mate.
No, man. I know.
No phone signal in the whole of Liverpool.
Do you know what's crazy? Obviously, I don't know if you tried to call me, but I think I tried to call you, and then there was no dial tone. I tried to call so many other people. Me and Enz were on the phone about 6 or 7 times trying to meet up. And it just never happened. Stro, we actually bumped into each other. Me and Stro were on the phone for ages trying to find where each other were, randomly bumped into each other. Same with Sadiq and Sylvester as well. So,
mate, you were probably only about, I don't know, 500 meters away from me. I know,
it's crazy, isn't it? But you see of people, bro.
Yeah.
But to get from one end of the street to the other, it took so
I was right underneath the Atlantic Hotel.
Trying to think
on the corner of the street where where
it happened.
Yeah, that close.
Yes, you weren't far at all. You weren't far at all.
No, we were all pretty much close by. I mean, what an event! I mean, seriously. Yeah. I mean, I cried my eyes out. Like gave me goosebumps. Like I'm pretty sure I got pyro poisoning as well. But what the hell? Like it was just unbelievable. Like. I've never heard so many Liverpool songs. Like everybody was just celebrating, like clapping hands, shaking each other's hands, giving each other hugs. Just an unbelievable day, like from start to finish. And it just didn't matter. Like it went all day as well. It was horrible.
I wanted to say that I only had an incident with one person in Liverpool. Literally strangers, but you'd bump into a stranger by accident. And they would just be like, "Oh, don't worry about it, mate." You'd have a hug, you'd have a laugh, you'd be like, "Oh, where you from? Where you from?" Bro, there was no issues. Apart from that last thing that happened, everyone was just in party vibe. Whether they were drunk, whether they were high, whether they were whatever, everyone was just in a party mode. The vibe was... I've never been around so many people in one location and had such a good vibe. Because you always get some idiots, innit? You always get an idiot or two. There was nothing of the sort.
Nothing at all.
People would barge into you or bump into you by accident. It would be a sorry. You'd shake hands, and that would be it. Like there was no issue apart from that one idiot at the end who tried to ruin things.
Yeah. Also, I just wanted to say, like, RIP to the Heysel Stadium
Yes, indeed.
supporters
Yes.
as well, because that was yesterday, wasn't it? So just wanted to mention that as well. And it's just incredible that everybody came out of that alive, because that was unbelievable. Like, okay, we've moved on from that now. Okay, we paid our respects, like, because we don't want it to be a somber chat when we're signing players.
Let me know, because obviously we're in a couple of group chats together. Your thoughts on the signing so far?
So let me just give you some numbers on Frimpong, by the way, because I know a lot of people are a little bit skeptical about this guy. Okay, but what I will say is, I was talking to my wife about this before. We agree a deal for Trent to go, so he's now being sold. And we get 10 million, which is brilliant. Like, let's be fair, that's brilliant. And they also paid 2 months' wages for him as well. Which is all great, and his bonuses. The same day we announced Frimpong. Really? That's not a coincidence.
No,
that's been planned. And
I think we're going to announce Frimpong anyway. I just think the Trent thing
it's just great planning. Like, he's gone, and then the new guy's in the door and doing the Axeline, and everyone's like, wait. It's just a great bit of PR, that, which we're always great with. I just want to give you some numbers on him, though. So Trent and Frimpong from 2021, 57 goals assists, GA for Trent, 67 for Frimpong,
Okay.
Recoveries 1,053 for Trent, 578. Still not shabby, by the way. Like, duels won 510 for Trent, 799 for Frimpong. He can tackle. He can win the ball. And tackles won 186 for Trent, 123 for Frimpong. Remember, Frimpong's also 3 years younger than Trent.
I
think we might have got a good replacement, if you ask me.
From an attacking standpoint, I agree.
And also, he doesn't get dribble passed very often. He's been dribble passed. I've got a number on him here, actually. He's been dribble passed 12 times. Hang on, where is it? 12. He's been dribble passed 13 times in the Bundesliga. Trent got dribble passed 12 times in one game. And we know that game. But I'm just saying, I'm just trying to put it into perspective. But something I will mention is, and this is the bit which I'm quite excited about, is we're buying players, and we're paying money, like good money for players. We got 181 million for winning the Premier League, and we also got about 86 million for the Champions League run. I feel like that's going right back into the club, like into players. You're looking at 126 million euros, isn't it? No, sorry, 130 million euros for Florian Wirtz, which works out about 109 million. Like, that's the value we're going to pay for him. You got 36 million or 36.8 million for Frimpong, and then you potentially got another 42 million for Kerkez. Like, the money's getting spent, and there's 5 coming in, according to David Ornstein, and also Lewis Steele. There's 5. So you've got 3 there that we can name.
Is it another 2? We say that, though. Is it not 4? Because Mamardashvili.
No, I mean coming in, like, as in being bought. Like, signings. He's already bought. He was a signing already. He was already a signing, as in new signings.
All right. So let's say, well, the 3 are pretty much confirmed. Kerkez, Wirtz, and Frimpong. Who do you think the other 2 are going to be? Not necessarily. All right, let me not ask for names, because that's unfair. What 2 positions do you think we'll address?
I think we'll get a centre-back, because we went for a centre-back. We wouldn't have gone for Dean Huijsen like we'd gone for him. And we also wouldn't have looked at Lenny Yoro if we weren't looking at a centre-back. That's pretty obvious. So I think we'll get a centre-back. and I think we'll get a striker. And I know everyone's talking about a midfielder, and I know that, and I get it. But I don't think the midfield is the situation that needs to be solved right now. Like, I think we're good enough. And also, Endo's come out and said he's staying. Like, I'm fine with Endo as backup with Stefan Bacesic and Curtis Jones. Because you've also got to think, is Dominic Szoboszlai going to get rinsed next season as much as he was this season in the number 10 position? Probably not.
Yeah.
Probably not. He's probably going to rotate between the 10 and the 8. And did you see him playing the 8?
Yeah, he looked good.
He looked good. He was pinging the ball around like Perlo, wasn't he? Yeah. So, and you got to look at Szoboszlai as well. Like, if we do move Diaz on, which I definitely think Diaz is going, and I'm not talking about the cryptic message, I'm just talking about the amount of smoke around him, like Barcelona. Then you've got like
Saudi as
was it El Nasser? You've got loads of clubs just sniffing around him now. That's just not going to be there if there isn't interest in him. And also, we still haven't given him the contract that he wants, and you know how that goes. Like, and I understand the fact that like he's had a great season, and he has had a good season, by the way. You know, flowers to him. But he's 28 going on 29, and the only people that got big contracts were the two who you have to give big contracts to, and it has to be Mo Salah and Virgil van Dijk. You can't.
It sounds
you can't not give them contracts.
Sounds like Vert's going to get a big deal as well.
Yeah, it's 300. Was it 325?
Reported. I don't know.
Reported. I don't think it's going to be that. I don't think
it'll be that much.
But and I hear a lot of people talk about like, where's Vert's going to play? Like, is he going to be on the left? Is he going to be in the 10? I think he's in the 10. I genuinely think he's in the 10. I don't think he's going to be a false 9. No, everyone's talking about this false 9. If you're buying a player whose best position is the 10 under Arne Slot, he's getting played as a 10. He's not a guy who puts square pegs round holes.
I think he'll alternate in the same way Coutinho used to. Coutinho sometimes would play left, sometimes would play central.
Yeah,
I think he'll do the same.
But
do you think that what about your thoughts on these Edison links? What's your thoughts on that?
I don't know. You know,
I'll be honest with you. Edison coming to Liverpool to replace Endo, for example, would be incredible. And look, I'm being a hypocrite here because my two, everyone knows I want a DM. I either want Schumann or Camavinga, and I understand Edison isn't a DM. He's more of a box-to-box player, but his defensive instincts are excellent, and his boisterousness and just how he plays in midfield, I think he gives us that steal in there. Do you think he's someone we actually go with?
The only thing about Edison is he's done 3 years at Atalanta. He's a goal scorer as well, by the way. He pops up with about 6 goals a season. He's good. He's a really good player. The only thing I worry about with him is Gasperini's just signed for Roma. I could see Gasperini taking him. Like, he's made him who he is. Like, he's turned him into a superstar that obviously he plays for Brazil now, and a lot of teams want him. I could see Gasperini going and snapping him up. Like, that's how it works with Italian managers and Italian teams. They haven't got an issue with swapping clubs. Like, look at all the players that kind of swap clubs all the time in Italy.
Yeah, Italy's a bit of a
weird, isn't it? It's a bit weird, but they do it. I don't know. Like, I mean, 50 million is a bit of a steal for him, to be honest. Yeah. It's an interesting one, but do we need a midfielder? I don't. If we signed a midfielder, I'll be straight up here. If we signed a midfielder now, alarm bells would start ringing about McAllister for me.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, alarm bells would start ringing for McAllister because I'd be like, why are we signing a midfielder? We've got plenty of midfielders. You know, we're about to sign a number 10, which means we can then move one of the 10s into midfield. Like, Jones can play a bit more in the 8. Dom can play a bit more in the 8. We've also got Stefan Bacesic coming back, who had a good season. I would start having alarm bells like, well, what's happening with McAllister? Is he off to Madrid? Like I know Alonso wants McAllister. or he wants Stiller, or he wants Zubimendi. Like, he wants to have
Zubimendi's going to Arsenal. That's pretty much
the guy that really fit. No, they've not give up on him. Real Madrid haven't given up on Zubimendi. Like, apparently they want to meet him with him before he goes.
Yeah, I reckon he'll go Arsenal.
Mate, like, if you're getting a new manager in Alonso, you have to listen to what he wants. And if he's asked for certain individuals, like he's asked for Canate, by the way, but we've unequivocally said no, he's not for sale. Like that is just never going to happen. But he definitely wants Zubimendi. But then, you know, McAllister would be next. Like he would fit Madrid so well.
Yeah.
And yeah, Stiller would as well, to be honest. But yeah, if we started to get linked with a midfielder, I would definitely have alarm bells going. Well, is one of our midfielders going? Because we've got enough. That's how I see it. But a striker, mate, it has to be a striker. It has to be a number 9. So and that's the question: what number 9?
Well, I have a weird take. Before I let you go, bro, I've got a weird take. I'm starting to believe we might not sign a number 9 this summer. I don't know what the plan is, but
is that because you've said all the names?
I genuinely can't think of anyone, bro, that the club looks at and goes, yeah, that's worth value. And if we do really want Alvarez,
you know what I want.
Say we do.
TK's just put it in the chat.
Well, people want Alvarez as much as they say they want him, and apparently Liverpool want him so much. I don't see Liverpool buying someone and then buying Alvarez a year later.
Thing about Alvarez, is we all know that we tried for him like last year. We all know that. Okay, that's public knowledge now. We don't tend to go back in for players again. That's really not been our thing. Like we could have gone back in for Zubimendi, but we just went nah. Like there's a number of players that we've tried for, haven't got at the first try, and then just not bothered again. So I don't know how I feel about the Alvarez one, but what I will say with the Alvarez one though is, with Arsenal getting Sesko, we've got free run on Alvarez now. Like there's nobody else that's gonna be there. I know Barcelona want him, but I don't think they're gonna get him this year. But Alvarez, mate, him and Wirtz would give you so much off the ball work.
Yeah.
What about? I would literally say if we signed Alvarez, I reckon we could win Champions League and the league.
Yeah, I agree. But what about?
I'd be like 80% sure.
About Gyökeres? Still no Gyökeres?
Yeah, any of the victors, mate. If I'm honest, any of the victors. Any of those two victors, mate, who are just bagsmen, like absolutely. I don't know though. I think it's probably going to be Ekitike now.
We'll see.
The thing is, as well, I did a show on my channel last night, and I talked about Ekitike and I talked about Isak, and I compared the two of them. And Isak came to the Premier League when he was 23 and had one season where he scored like 10 goals, and then he did like 20 goals and then 25 goals, like in the Premier League. So he kind of hit his straps after his second season, but he still had a decent season. Could Ekitike do that? Like he won't do, like he comes to Liverpool and he won't have like a 22 goals, 16 assists season, like he's just had in Germany, but he might have like a 10 or a 15 goal season. And then he does an Isak and then finds his feet and then goes on and hits that next level, because that's what happened with Isak. And Ekitike, for me, is like a baby Isak.
Did we not say the same about Nunes and Suarez, though?
I know. I never said that, by the way.
I know you never, but
I didn't want him in the first place.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A lot of people said about Nunes and Suarez. His second season, Suarez picked up and Nunes was the same. I don't know, man. I'm not convinced by Ekitike. I think he's a very good footballer. Do you know the bit? Do you know the bit that kind of convinces me a bit more is the assists and the chance creation. Like
he creates a lot of chances and he provides a lot of assists. And they're not a huge scoring team. Like, they don't score a huge amount of goals. The majority of them are from him, by the way, right now.
Well, Mamouche was. I think
Yeah, but when he left, they dried up big time. It was just him.
I don't know. It's a tough.
Like at the end of the day, I think it's Gyökeres. Ekitike. Like, and there's just no one else. Like, we're just not linked with anyone. I mean, Brian and Mbeumo, like, I really wanted him at one stage, but the club were looking at maybe putting him in the 9. They could see a potential to put him in the 9 because he's wanted to play as the 9. His conversion rate's like 30% or something. He's really good, but he could be going to Man United as well now. So I don't know, but someone just wrote it in the chat. The outside one is Gonzalo Ramos, and I was talking about him for months.
Yeah, I know.
I got pelters for that.
I'm not feeling that.
I got pelters for talking about him.
Not feeling that one. We'll see, man.
Feeling that one until he scores 30 goals, mate.
Yeah, I know. We'll see. But K-Mac, I've just put your channel link in the chat.
Thanks
People,
a lot,
make sure you guys subscribe. K-Mac, you're a legend, my bro. We'll catch up, man.
We will definitely catch up soon, mate. All right.
Big up,
Take
bro.
care, man. Hit the likes and subscribe, by the way. Man puts the work in. See you later. Also, big up to Drifty and Matt. See you later.
Big up, bro. Appreciate you, bro.
Take care, mate. Take care.
Nice one. Big up K-Mac as always. That's our brother right there. Right, people, bit of housekeeping. If you haven't already, please do smash that like button. We're almost an hour in. Subscribe if you're new to the channel as well. Got a few of you guys waiting. What I want to ask you guys now is a couple questions. I want you to tell me if you can sign one centre midfielder this season or this summer, who would it be? If you could sign one centre back, who would it be? And one striker. I want to see where everyone's thinking. If it was me answering the question, centre back, I actually don't know. I'm thinking maybe someone like maybe Diamonde from Sporting. Midfield, either Edison or Tchouaméni. Camavinga would be the dream. And then up top, obviously everyone knows it's either Isak or Alvarez. Barring that, the lap, but he looks like he's going Chelsea. I don't know. Lecaber's a shout, guys. Lecaber's a good shout, by the way. What are we saying about Jonathan David, guys? Oh, CFA verse. Like, obviously Bastoni's the dream, bro. Like, Bastoni's obviously the dream signing. Come on now. Of course, that'll be everyone's dream signing. I don't think that'll happen though. Ravella's a good player. Lazio midfielder. He's good from what I've seen a few times of him playing. He's good. All right, let's move on to the next caller. We call him Mr. Friday Night. Bruno Banton in the building. Bruno,
hi.
big up yourself, bro.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you, bro. How are you? I hear you, bro.
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. Thank you very much.
How you doing?
Right, first of all, let's get that somebody's going to get bantered today.
Hold on, wait, Bruno. Wait. Bruno, we can't banter. Well, not me. You can't banter Spurs anymore, bro.
Yeah, I can't banter them anymore. But at least it's at the expense of Man United winning a trophy. So that's a bit of compromise because I don't want them skankheads winning a trophy. But Arsenal's getting bantered. The gal, you were the bridesmaid, yeah? You're the ones giving away the trophy, yeah? You haven't won a trophy. You haven't won the Premier League since Noddy, yeah? You haven't won the Premier League since Ben 10, yeah? Ben 10, yeah? You haven't won the Premier League since Fifi the Flower Tops, yeah? They have not won a Premier League title since Rory the racing car, yeah? Rory the racing car. Secondly, that skankhead that did that thing throw in the back of a police car and throw away the key. Absolutely pathetic. I saw the video. What in the name of garbage was that?
Yeah.
Everything was going perfectly fine, and then he completely ruined it. And thirdly, the transfer window. I must say, pardon me, I must say, that transfer, that £106 million transfer, at first, for Verts, I thought it was a PR stunt. First of all. I was like, no, this is a PR stunt from John W. Henry. But actually, it looks like we're being proactive. What did I say in that season when we signed Soboslai? What did I say?
You said you wanted us to be proactive.
Exactly. Yeah? Once you get to the top, you strengthen. Look what happened in 2021 season, the season after we won the league. Look what happened that season.
Yeah.
We didn't strengthen and we fell off a cliff. You've won the league, you strengthen. Yeah? You bring the players that needed to be brought in. We need a striker. We need I heard both of you saying we don't need a DM.
No. I want a DM. I want a DM.
Well, the previous caller said we don't need a DM.
Yeah.
That's very risky. Gravenberch playing 70 games, yeah? Do you know what that equals? It equals burnout. You know, is that what you want? Burnout, yeah? And also, Basetic against Man City, yeah? You sure that's a good idea? Basetic against Manchester City, against Chelsea? Sure that's a good idea?
Yeah, I mean, not ideal.
Against the likes of Sunderland and your Crystal Palaces and that lot, but when you're playing against Real Madrid and Manchester City, really? So you've got Basetic, then McAllister, and then you've got the guy who's potentially going to be signing for us. So is that what we want? Is it? And also, yeah, I don't agree with that. I'm sorry, I don't agree with that. And the other thing is this, because I said we need 5 players, 4 to 5 players. Remember when I said we could spend up to 300 million?
Yeah.
And what was it Drifty said? We couldn't do that, yeah? Because he told me we ain't got that kind of owners, yeah? Well, looks like it's a shame he's not here because we can do that. Yeah, we're behaving like a big club for once. We're not behaving like a team in a conference league. Now, hopefully, they get these deals done quickly because I don't want any long drawn-out sagas like they take flipping 25 years. Oh, yeah, forgot. It's Michael Edwards doing the deals now, so I expect this to be a Fabinho. Remember that Fabinho deal?
Yeah, I remember that.
It didn't take 50 years to get that done. It was done like flip of your fingers. It was done.
Yeah, true.
So hopefully they get those deals done and over the line. And hopefully next season we will retain the title because that's what's expected. And the last thing, Guna Lee, you're going to get bantered, mate. He was getting all cocky, saying, we're going to beat you to the title, blah, blah, blah. You didn't do nothing. You didn't win nothing, did you? The only thing you won was the bridesmaid prize, yeah? You finished second, yeah? Number 2, we don't do that here, yeah? You're the ones taking the trophy up to the podium and presenting it to Liverpool, yeah? That's what you get for getting cocky. Same thing with a gal as well. That's what he gets for opening his big mouth. Not laughing now. Next time, learn from your arch rival, the guy that supports Chelsea, yeah? Big Bucks. Learn from him, yeah? Don't start something you can't finish. Yeah? And then what happened 2 seasons ago? Big Bucks was giving it a load of gobby. And then look what happened. We lost 4-1, and then you lost in the final of the League Cup. Yeah. Next time, don't start something you can't finish, you gal. Yeah. Good boy. Anyway, I've got to get going because others have got to get on here. Otherwise, I'll be here till Christmas Eve. Thanks for having me. I'll see you next Friday.
No, Bruno, not next Friday. Next month, bro. Next month.
Next month. See you next month. Yeah.
Nice one, Bruno.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Big up, Bruno, as always. Right, let's get our next caller in. You've been waiting patiently. Omar B, welcome to the show, bro.
Hey, man. Finally making my official debut on Team Kopish, man.
Yeah,
up to you, Kall. How you doing, man?
I see you're a Barcelona fan. I see you.
Of course, man. Listen, man. Hey, listen. I know every time you see this bad, you always remember 2019. No 2019 jokes, please. Yeah, but,
congratulations, league champion to league champion. Congratulations.
Hey, listen, man. Champions League medals in the building, man. League champions.
Yeah.
And yeah, man. But listen, man. Congratulations for winning the league. And it's not coming in, showing Ateta how it's done. You know, at the end of the day, some people want to be doing trust the process. He just said, "Hey, listen, man, screw all the process. I'll just win. I don't do processes."
Yeah.
Right. But what an amazing. I mean, what an incredible season. I mean, look, I'll say this. I feel like the quality in the league this season has been poor, but that's not on Liverpool. Liverpool just came in. They said, "Listen, at the end of the day, everybody wants to be having up and down season. We just have to be consistent," and that's what you did. You were consistent. You started the season very well. You weren't losing games. You made sure to pull clear of Arsenal, Manchester City, Chelsea, and all the teams. You saw how the table was changing all the time, but you guys remained focused. You remained locked in, and in the end, you got exactly what you deserve. Right? At the end of the day, people can say whatever they want. You know, people always make excuses. Listen, if you look at the same team, many people say, "Oh well, Arne Slot picked up this team from club." Well, okay. Well, guess what? This same team finished third last season?
Third, yeah.
All right. They finished third last season. I think they didn't even finish top 4 the season before. Right?
Yeah.
Like, this is the same squad. And he picked the same team and took them to a league title. So I don't want to hear the excuses. There is no excuses to be made.
Facts.
For sure. But I will say this now. I know there's a lot of things we have to talk about. Obviously, the big one that's connected to the both of our teams is obviously the Luis Diaz stock, right?
Yeah,
now,
I want to get your opinions on that.
Yeah, okay. So I am not against the move for Luis Diaz, right? And a lot of people, I don't know, a lot of people in the chat here who subscribe to my channel, they're gonna say, "Oh, Omar, you don't want Diaz at Barcelona." No, I'm not against the move at all. It's not the move that I'm against. I'm more against about the price that apparently Liverpool are asking for, because it's like, brother, listen, man, I've already dealt with this club and overpaid for a player in the past, and that cost my club so much, bro. You feel me, right?
Yeah.
I
forgot about that. Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be very honest, man. I would take him, but I'm not gonna take him for that money. I'm sorry, but I'm not. I don't think.
What's reports you're seeing from your side about the money? What sort of?
So apparently, so this is the news that is coming out in Barcelona. We know Deco is really, really obsessed. Like, he really wants this guy, right? He sees him as like the perfect profile for that left wing, right? But the problem is, apparently, you guys are asking for 85, and the funny thing is, because what I'm hearing in Barcelona is that Barcelona probably considering it. I'm like, why are we even considering it? Like, I get it. I'm not saying Luis Diaz is a terrible player, but 85 million. Like, come on. Like, I know we're not as financially, we don't have the same financial restraints that we had about a few years ago, but we're still going through it to this day.
Yeah.
Right? We have to be smart. Like, there's a lot of positions that we need to work on at the club. Right? And yes, the left wing is important area, but there's other options that are cheaper that we can go in to buy.
So who would you go for then?
Look, I'm gonna be very honest. The club were looking at Nico Williams last season.
Yeah.
That's the guy that they wanted the whole of last season. I don't know why they've decided this season, this window to completely move away from it. But yeah, the club are moving away from it. I think he has a 50 million release clause, if I'm not mistaken, in his contract. I'm like, well, listen, that's better than 85, right? So we're also apparently Leao is one, but there is not a lot of legs in it. Now, this is the one I really don't want to happen. But now apparently we're linked to Rashford now. And yeah. And also I've heard Lookman, but the Lookman thing doesn't really hold much weight. So yeah. Out of the three, I would take Diaz if it's 50 million. If we can get Diaz for 50, I would take it. You understand what I mean? I would take him.
Diaz. The reason why I think Diaz works for you guys is because he can play across the whole front three, so he can take burden off Lewandowski, Yamal, and Rafinha. Whereas I don't think Nico Williams, he can't play through the middle as a striker, in my opinion. Rashford, I don't think is effective from the right wing. As a striker, he's very inconsistent. As a left winger, he's inconsistent as well. I understand why you want Diaz, and I think he would really do well for you guys as well. I just, as you said, financially, I don't know if it makes sense for you guys.
No, it doesn't make any sense at all. But I'll tell you this now. I think that the problem that we need to have is that we need to do what Liverpool are doing. Like, look at what you guys have done. Like, this is so weird for club of Liverpool stature, because in the past few years, whenever you guys actually win stuff, you don't actually back it up in the transfer window, right? Actually, you kind of rest on your laurels because you kind of look at the teams, be like, oh, well, this team did so well last season. We don't really want to change anything.
Yeah.
This season was the complete opposite. You guys said, hey, listen, we've won the league. Next season, we want to stay here. And it's so strange, right? Like getting in Frimpong now. Florian Wirtz about to come in. You guys have been linked to Kopish. Mamardashvili was signed last season, right? Yeah. Who was a goalkeeper as well, right? You guys are like, it's very, very good what you guys are doing here, right? You've already replaced Trent before the windows even started. So you don't have to worry about the replacement for Trent right there, right? Florian Wirtz is one of the most talented players in all of Europe, right? And you've just signed him. Like, that is a huge signing. Kopish on the other side, that will be Robertson's replacement, because let's be real, Robertson is finished, right? I like what you guys are doing, and it shows that you guys are still ambitious in a time when you look at a club like City, they have needed massive rebuild. Arsenal need to go in the transfer window and be active as well. So does Chelsea. So do all these clubs. You guys are sitting there saying, well, listen, you guys can rebuild, but guess what? We are not going to sit here and watch you rebuild. We're also going to get better. So while you guys are trying to improve your club, we will still remain up here. You understand what I mean? And I'll say this from just a guy, watching from the outside. It's a great time to be a Liverpool fan, because you can actually say, you know what? We are actually being ambitious. I can actually look forward to next season now. Yeah. Because now I know next season we're actually building a team that can challenge for next season as well. For the league, for the Champions League, for the FA Cup, every single trophy next season. Which is something, let's be real, it's been a while since I would say Liverpool fans have felt this way. Probably 2018.
Yeah, I rate it, man. Omar, I appreciate you saying all those nice things. I've got a proposition for you, Omar. If you guys want Diaz, how about we do a little swap deal for Yamal? If you don't ask, you don't get in it. I thought you said so many nice things about Liverpool. I thought let me test. Yeah.
Let's just test the waters. Hey, he's trying to test the waters.
Let me try it. That's all I can do is try and ask.
Listen, man. Listen. Yamal just signed a new deal with a €1 billion buyout clause. That guy. I
thought I'd ask.
Hey, listen. Hey. Thank you for asking, though. But hey, listen, man. Yamal is the truth, man. That guy is the truth. And now bro, you know what's crazy, Callum, right? Think about this, right? Barcelona, throughout our history, right? We had Ronaldinho when I started watching football, right? And everyone was like, oh man, Barcelona will never have a player of Ronaldinho stature again. Then Messi comes in, and then Messi dominates. Was like, yo, when Messi leaves, you guys are going to suffer when Messi leaves. And we did for like a season or two. And then Yamal walks in. It's like, brother, how does Barcelona keep doing this? Every time you think this club escaped, they just create a new star out of nowhere. Yeah. Like, I don't know how we do. Like, La Masia, man, I've said it before. Our academy is unbeaten. The way our academy produces some of this
at the back as well is good, man. Good.
The feature of the centre back. You've got Pedri in the midfield.
Pedri, Gavi,
and Pedri in the midfield.
Oh.
No, this is the thing. See, this is the funny thing, right? You see, back in like the day, right, when around from like 2014 to like 2020, right, when that was an era when we were over reliant on Messi. But the biggest mistake that we always made was the fact that we never invested in the La Masia. which is something before Bartomeu came in, who was the president at the time, right? Because Laporta, who's the current president, was the president around the time when Pep Guardiola inherited that incredible team, right?
Yeah.
We were focused on La Masia. And because of that, we produced players like Xavi, Iniesta, Busquets, Thiago, all of these guys. And then from like 2014, we just stopped looking at the academy anymore. And then we let players like Icardi, flipping, what's his name? Grimaldo from Leverkusen. All these guys, Cucurella, we let him go as well, right? These are all players.
Did Cucurella come through the academy?
Yes, he came from the academy. He came from the academy, 2017. He was one of our own.
Wow, I didn't know. You could have used those players.
We sold him to Brighton. We sold him to Getafe, who sold him to Brighton. And then he came to Chelsea. Like, this is the point. We were never focused on our academy during the Bartomeu era. And then when Bartomeu basically screwed us over, spending 100 million every single season on Coutinho, Dembele, and Griezmann, before 3 years, we were already broke. So we actually had no choice now than to look at our academy in 2021. And then look at all of a sudden, Ansu Fati is discovered. Gavi is discovered. Ilash Moriba is discovered. Yamal is discovered. Like, all of a sudden, just out of nowhere, within 3 years, we just created all these players. Like, it's like, yo. And then I saw them like, brother, this is what I've been screaming about for the past 10 years. Why do we never look at our academy? How is it possible that all of a sudden, all these great players come out of the academy out of nowhere? It's incredible. Sure. It's incredible. And I've said it before. Barcelona need to invest in the academy and invest and also try to put up some experience around the young players that we have. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
But listen, as far as you guys are concerned, we'll see what happens next season. Okay, so let me ask you this, Carl.
Yeah.
Obviously, you've seen so far, right? You've signed two. You've already brought in. Two players are already in, basically, right? Frimpong and Florian Wirtz. Mamadou Tesfeli, who is, now that he's in, does that mean that Alisson might be leaving, or is he going to be leaving next season?
I reckon Alisson still stays. I reckon Alisson stays to the end of his contract.
Okay. And when is his contract running out?
2027.
Okay, so I mean that's good, because I'm gonna be very honest. Mamadou Tesfeli was at he was at Valencia, and I'll tell you now, we packed up Valencia last season, and this brother, he made a lot of stupid mistakes in those games. So
did he?
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, we beat them like 7-0, and brother, this guy went to walkabout and one. There was one of the goals we scored. Right? This guy, I don't know what he was thinking. He just left his post. I'm like, brother, he didn't even run towards the player, bro. Run towards him. I'm like, bro, where is he going? Like, it's crazy. And I'm like,
I heard he has that in him, but he's still young, so I'm hoping that's coached out of him.
Yeah, for sure. Hopefully for your sake. If he is the future, right?
Yeah.
But also, so I've been hearing you guys talking about defenders, right? I don't really know a lot of top defenders out there. And, if you are interested, man, I do have a Ronald Araujo available.
Yeah, I heard about the injuries as well, though, so we're all right.
Hey, it was what I try, man. It was what I try.
No, about the injuries, Araujo's excellent. But
Araujo, man. I don't know what's happened to this guy, man. I feel like it's not just injuries. I feel like he's low in confidence as well. Ever since last season, the season before, when we played PSG and we battled the second leg where he got sent off, something has just changed in him. You understand what I mean, right? Like before that, he was elite, but since then, I just feel like something is wrong with him mentally. Like he's not up there. Like I feel like the criticism kind of got to him. I'm like, brother, you're a captain, man. Like this comes with the levels of playing for a club of Barcelona. That's why they always say the shirt is heavy. Which I know Trent is gonna definitely feel that pressure when he joins Madrid. I can tell you that now.
I'm hearing that.
Because when those La Liga wingers get their hands on Trent, oh my days. You think Madrid fans are not gonna be as merciful? I'm telling you that right now, brother.
Yeah.
I'm telling you that right
now.
What
What is the view from Barcelona on Trent coming? Is it something you look at and go, he's gonna be a game changer for Madrid, or do you just look at him and go, we're gonna cook him defensively?
I mean, both. Going forward in the attack, he will be massive. Those amazing long balls straight to Mbappe. Ooh, I'm now looking forward to those. You understand what I mean?
Right? As well.
Exactly, right? And also set pieces. Like they don't have any free kick takers, bro. This guy is amazing. He can cook on free kicks, right? But if let's say we sign Luis Diaz, let's say there's a possibility we bring in Luis Diaz. Oh my days, that left wing. Between when Luis Diaz or Rafinha get their hands on flipping on this guy, They better. I don't know what Alonso is gonna plan. He better make sure he protects this guy on that right side, because I'm telling you, La Liga wingers, bro, they may not be known, but I'm telling you, man, one thing La Liga has is skillful players. So over there, they will cook him left, right, and center. And the media of Real Madrid, they will not pull any punches. I can tell you that. They will not pull any punches. But listen, it is what it is. He can go to Real Madrid, do his thing. You guys are already moving on, which is exactly what you need to do. That's it. And look, I'll tell you this right now. I hope we win the Champions League next season. But every time Liverpool have lost a big player of this stature, they've gone on to win the Champions League the following season, i.e. Michael Owen, i.e. Coutinho. Yeah. You losing one of your best players. All of a sudden, like, how are we going to replace him? And then next season, you go on to win the Champions League.
Hey, just saying, it may happen. But Omar, I'm going to let you go, bro. Are you on social media, on Twitter or anything?
Yeah. I'm on Twitter. I think I followed you recently on Instagram. So
okay,
yeah.
DM me,
and I think
we'll talk.
Oh yeah, of course. Definitely, we're going to do something in the summer, man, for sure.
Yeah, 100%. Even beyond that, maybe as well. So.
For sure. Yeah. All right, no problem. I'll DM you right now. All right.
Bless you. I'm gonna put your link to your channel in the chat as well, so people can go and subscribe to you as well, bro.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it, man. And listen, man, make sure you guys like the video, and make sure you guys like the video and subscribe if you're new, guys. Big up to my guy Kall every time.
Bless you, bro. Appreciate you, Omar. Yeah. Take care, bro. Big up Omar, man. Lovely getting a fan from another club from another country, man. Again, so humbled. Man, like Jamie in the chat, big up yourself, Jamie. Guys, subscribe to Jamie's channel. Also, subscribe to Big Six Bants as well, who did a redirect over here as well. Right, our next caller on. We speak all the time, and not even we were able to meet up in Liverpool together. Now, previously, he had the best beard on Kopish. Without sounding big-headed, I try and be humble. I think that honor now goes to me. But by all means, still has the second best beard going. Matt's now third place. Bring on the one, the only Gaz in the building. Who you say you're taking that Callum post?
What's going on, coach? Having a quick.
You're trying to be like me.
I just trying to be like you, brother.
Bro,
I mean, I've got this for the Greys. Thinking that will fill in the Greys. The stress, brother. The stress. I've literally just that second got home from the parade.
Brother, it wouldn't even surprise me. It wouldn't even surprise me. What a
stress!
Day, what
stress!
What a day!
How are you, though, mate?
Not too bad, brother. Hay fever killing me, but apart from that, can't complain, man. Kids are back at school next week, so looking forward
you did
to
look less stressed, actually. I noticed now. Yeah, you looked happy and less stressed.
Yeah. Kids killed me this half term, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. They cooked me up. Oh, good, man. How are you, bro?
I hear that. I'm just at work in a minute, but I was just watching. I don't want to get you cancelled. I was just watching porn.
Florian.
Cal, it's a pillow on the lap job. It was a pillow on the lap right there. Just I was saying, what's that game? You know when you throw the hoop? Is it hoopla? That's what I was saying earlier. But enough of that. Enough of that. Just wanted to start off by saying, obviously, everybody, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, share all the good stuff. And Bruno is an absolute goat caller. Bruno is the goat of all callers. Please, Cal, tell me you heard the switch when he did the impression of Drifty about spending money.
Bro, he goes to Drifty.
Absolute.
He does the radio voice. He does the Jamaican. He does Patwa. Bruno is goated. Absolutely goated.
Absolute goat. I'm not going to lie. I will move on, so I don't keep you for too long, Cal. I know there's mostly about 300 other people waiting to get on. So the first point is, I just want to pull up all the rival fans that have said to me since you won the league, you only said you're going to win the league off of a banter, off of vibes. This is what they're coming with now. So instead of saying, well done, guys, you know what? Hats off. No. You just said it because of vibes, right? So just to confirm, my thought process was I didn't know a lot about Slot. So obviously when I did my research on Slot, Slot is inheriting a team that was absolutely amazing for, I don't know, let's say 6-7 seasons.
Yeah. We
dropped off last or the season before because we were tired. Slot doesn't play as high intensity as Klopp. So in my head, it makes sense. You've got a squad that is brilliant, that won't need to be as... It made sense. So Any Arsenal fans watching? Cheers for that, lads. You win a league. It don't matter. You won the Women's Champions League, so nothing else matters right now.
Yeah.
Shameless celebrating that. Second point, Cal. If I see João Pedro, Goncalo Ramos, or Sesko pull up to Anfield, I'm going to do that 11-hour round trip again to get back down there. No. Goncalo Ramos is a defensive midfielder. João Pedro is a penalty taker.
Yeah.
And Sesko, just nice. Not for me. I'm not going to lie. So them three need to bugger off. What the last point was...
Who would you go for?
Obviously, I think me and you spoke about this in great length. My first choice would have been Delap. I've also said in the past, which I don't want to seem like I'm jumping on the whole Leverkusen thing, but Schick is not a bad option either, you know?
Yeah, Patrick's good.
Hold up, man. Very, very good. Bringing others into play. Regular goal scorer. Ollie Watkins, not a bad option at all, but FSG model wouldn't go for the age, I don't think. Jonathan David on a free, just to fill a gap. I know. Matt loves Jonathan David. Matt loves him. That's Matt's first choice. Matt said he wanted to get rid of Konate and then get Jonathan David. He said.
Jonathan
and the other one, Garassi from Dortmund as well. You know.
Age again, though, isn't it?
Age, but I tell you what, consistency.
Yeah, consistency is unquestionable.
Put the ball in the net.
What about
Retegui? What about you?
I mean, for me, my head's all over the place. Pause with all of this because Isak and Alvarez are the two strikers I want. But if we get them, it was always Delap. And for 30 mil, I'm like, Delap's right there. However, shout out to Andre, who's with us on the parade. He's probably going Chelsea because of the link up he had with Cole Palmer at Man City Academy.
City, yes.
I didn't even think of that until he said it. So because in my head I'm like, why would he go Chelsea? Why would he go Chelsea? Makes sense. Plus he'll probably be first choice starter there as well.
True. But then the way I look at it now, because we had such a poor showing from our strikers this season, any of the names we've mentioned now, apart from the three that I said I don't want anyone in the club, will improve what we've got. Funny story as well. I used to work with Andre's mum.
You're joking.
So when I saw the picture, I said to Matt, "Wait, Matt, who is that? How do you know him?" And he's like, "No, that's one of Cal's friends." I said, "Yeah, I know him. I used to work with his auntie and his mum." Small world, isn't it?
Yeah, me and Dre. So I've known Dre. I'm gonna say well over 10 years, about 15 years now. We've known each other.
Oh wow, okay. So I think I worked. What, NHS maybe 20 years ago. Small world, isn't it?
Yeah, that is mad. Yeah, me and Dre played football together since been in my early 20s. Probably late teens actually. Me and Dre been playing since I've been in my late teens.
Listen, don't say that to Hassam because what did he say? Oh, you played him when you was 40, 20 years ago. You know, he's on his age thing, isn't he? On this age thing at the minute.
He thinks I'm an old man. He probably thinks I'm an old man.
That's why I don't get involved in the conversation because then they're going to ask when I was born, and I'm like a whole 5-6 years older than you as well, Cal. Clearly, the grey hairs are showing it. I'll be coming on stream wearing masks so they can't see the greys. Yeah, I think the other positions you were saying about earlier, I think you have to go Hato centre back just because he gives you cover left back for when Robertson leaves next season. And I've always been Edison. Edison is my guy in midfield.
Yeah, I remember you saying,
I just think for what he could offer the team, he's so combative. Not even necessarily a DM, but I do like the idea. I think I put a post up on Twitter the other day in regards to how I think we're gonna sort of move forward, where Grav will drop back centre back, Virgil will be left centre back, Konate. And I just think that works so nicely, you know.
All right, I'm going to throw a curveball. I'm going to ask you because I know you're a football man. Do you think there's a chance that we're looking at this wrong and we get a left-footed centre-back and it's actually Virgil and Konate who rotate and that left-footed centre-back plays? Because if you are going to play Grav and he splits the centre-backs, you want two defenders who can really defend the channel but do it in a way where it's a lot more comfortable. I don't necessarily want to see Virgil doing the channel defending. I know Ibu's comfortable with that. If we get a left-footed centre-back and Virgil plays on the right sometimes, I think Virgil will be more comfortable and that left-footed centre-back.
100%. I just think the issue with that is even at Southampton, I'm not sure so much about Celtic, but Southampton, he was a left centre-back as well because you had Rui Fonte on the right. Rui Fonte? Paulo Fonte? Can't remember his name. He was shit. Jose Fonte, yeah. So I don't know if he did just his game that much. I feel like Konate's the perfect defender because he's rapid. So I do feel like someone like Hato coming in could be perfect. But then at the same time, if we didn't get Kirkes, I would say go for Hato left back. And then instead of grab dropping back, when Frimpong bombs on, then you've got Hato falls in left centre back, Virgil centre back, Konate right centre back. So, I mean, there's options there. I'm just excited. Listen, Cal, every game next season is going to be like 11-4.
It's
We're
going
just
to
going to say, forget defending.
Yeah.
Scored 312 goals, conceded 80, and won the league without losing. I can't wait. And you know what? It's next season. I don't want you to say it because I don't need to get in trouble, but I can say it. Next season is the quad season, you know?
It might
it's the quad.
It might just be.
And the other thing I heard, really, really good news. The last thing I leave you with, Cal, is that Real Madrid will have to draw 2 English teams. They'll have to play 2 English teams I've seen in the Champions League because we've got so many. So, brother, Trent is about to get fucking roasted by Kirkes.
I reckon it'll be Liverpool and Chelsea they get.
Oh, you know, I just want someone with a good I'm just going to tune into the Real Madrid games now, hoping that they play against a team with a good left winger.
Yeah, and a lot of them have good left wingers as well.
This it. Bilbao's always been my team, so I can't wait to see Nico Williams tearing him apart. Inaki Williams dropping him on that side.
It's going to be mad.
No hate towards Trent at all, but I hope he gets ripped every single game. I'm not going to lie. It's one of and talk about tone deaf. Thank you all for coming out for my leave and do, brother. We're not here for you. See that Premier League trophy? We're here for that, you know.
Yeah. Fact.
But let me not seem sour. Let me go and put some hand sanitizer and not seem sour. But yeah, no, it's been an absolute pleasure, Cal. It's a shame we couldn't meet up at the parade, but it was a madness, brother.
We will. We'll have to link up.
We'll do it for the quad next year, yeah.
100%, my bro. Come on, big
Cal, when you do that, does your hand get stuck?
Yeah, obviously. I just
listen. Come on, let's go.
I don't want to make people jealous. You know how we do.
Listen, I can get supplies in it as well, Cal.
I don't like to make people feel jealous. I don't always do that. People get jealous.
Fully getting supplies in.
You know, there's haters out there. So obviously, I just do
you, Cal. Yeah, that's what I mean. Just do you.
Yeah, you know how we do. You know how we do.
Matt used to run a narrative with me. We did one Twitter poll, I think it was. Who's got the best bid? I won. Matt didn't speak to me after. I haven't spoke to him since.
I don't even want to do that to Matt, but I might put something out. I might put something out on socials.
I mean, you could message Drift. Get drifted it. Yeah, just get drifted it.
I just don't want him to feel bad, innit? I'm here now.
And all I'm going to say, Cal, I'm going to leave you with one more thing, actually. To quote the great man, Conor Ben. When we do sign Florian Wirtz, let the what was the word? Let the apologies be as loud as the disrespect, I think Conor Ben said. So when we do sign Wirtz, I want there to be flowers sent to Cal's house. Yeah. I want there to be Twitter posts, Instagram posts, Facebook posts. Get your Blackberries out. Put it back on Black. I don't care what you got to do. The disrespect here is real.
Thank you.
So on that note, Cal, I'm going to leave you, brother. Good rest of the show. Been a pleasure as always, mate.
Come on.
Absolute legend.
Out to the family as well, my bro.
Same to you, brother.
Take it easy.
Catch you later, man.
Big up our brother Gaz, as always. Been a member for, 93 months? Big up Roms in the building. I see you, Roms. Hope you're well, my bro. Do you know what? Yeah, Caleb Plant. He does actually look a little like Caleb Plant. I can't lie. Big up Roms. Right, let's get our next caller in. Abdelaziz, how are you, my bro?
Good, my brother. Big up to you, man.
Big up, my bro. How are you?
I'm good. How's the family and everything like that?
Yeah, they're all right. Driving me around the bend, bro. Half term's been a bit of a madness, but almost there now. Almost there.
That's good. Look like we got matching hoodies too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, come on.
Come on. I got mine engraved. It has my name and everything on the back.
Oh, is it? Yeah. No, I'm not. I'm not that uptown. I'm not that uptown.
Come on, man. You gotta get... Maybe because of the age, maybe.
Yeah. Well played. I'm
sorry. I just had to throw it in there.
Yeah, how you doing, my bro?
Good. Happy Frimpong Day. You see what happens?
Come
when
on,
you don't mention
Friday. Frimpong Friday. Bro, I don't know how Liverpool haven't hashtagged that. It's right there.
Trademark, bro. Like you need to get a position in the club so you can get these kind of trademarks and stuff like that. You know what I'm
they'd
saying?
sack me very
Yeah, I gotta
quickly,
put you
bro.
up there interviewing the players too. You know what I'm saying?
They'd sack me very quickly. I'd be very unprofessional if I worked for Liverpool. They'd sack me very
Oh
quickly.
yeah. Like, and you know you're gonna mention their names and they're gonna get injured. You know? Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, for real. No one would want to interview with me, innit? Like they'll be like, no, not Cal.
Oh man, aside of all the cooking. All right, so to answer your question from earlier, you said one striker, one center back, one midfielder. Which, by the way, I do agree with you. We do need a DM because I'm not liking our midfield right now. To be completely honest with you, we do get run over a lot in the midfield, which I don't like. Graf have been good, but like just because he's not a natural 6, he doesn't have those natural defensive abilities like that snap. You know, like you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. So like that's why I prefer like a more natural 6. For me, I like Wharton. I like Wharton a lot, actually. I like him a lot. Yeah. For me, Warren, center back, I'll do Hato. We got a bunch of Dutch players. Why not at this point? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like at this point, why not, man? You know what I'm saying? They can all they can get Uber pool together when they go to the Dutch national team.
Yeah, it's true.
Hato for the center back. And I think because we should move on with Joe Gomez. He gets injured too much. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, and also like I still have faith in Kwanzaa. You know what I'm saying? I want to see the Jarrell and Jarrell center back partnership. You know that sounds cool.
Yeah, that'd be sick, innit?
Jarrell. Okay, and for the forward, any one of the Victors is fine for me. Ozyman or Gyökeres, one of those.
If I had to push you for one, though, who would it be?
I'll say because the AFCON, I'll do Gyökeres. Because I don't want both him and Salah to go together.
Yeah, that would be mad.
Yeah, midway through the season. That's why I didn't say Baleba either. You know what I'm saying? For the DM.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I know
Cameroon,
Drifty
right?
loved Baleba. I know Drifty.
Yeah,
Man, that's good. Yeah, Baleba's good too. Yeah, but like, that's kind of how I would do it with those 3. But it looks good. Yeah, as long as you don't mention Word's name, I think we might be able to get that one over the line.
If that one doesn't go through now, I don't even know what to say because that would be
But like, okay, I got an honest question for you. Do you think it's too much money?
What for Florian?
Yeah.
This is gonna sound really bad. I don't care, bro. Like, it's not my money. The amount of money we as fans pump into the club, like, there's a reason why we're one of the top generated revenue clubs. Like, I don't. When it's a player of that ilk, I don't mind. If we were signing someone like, no disrespect, like a Kai Havertz or something, and we're saying it's like 100 million, I'd be like, whoa, what are we doing there? But it's Florian, man. Like, we can't sit there and go, we want 140 odd million for Coutinho, and then when we see a player who we see could potentially be another Coutinho, go, that's too much. We have to be fair, innit? So for me,
well, to be fair to that, Coutinho was Coutinhoing when we sold him.
Yeah, he was, but Wirtz has been Wirtzing for a few years now as well. So
I only saw 2 good seasons from him, in my opinion. I think he still has room to improve. He's a very good player, and he needs to be acclimatized to the league. That's what people are not thinking about right now. Like, he's coming into a new league, a new team, and a new style of play. Like, don't be surprised if he doesn't hit right away. Like, you got to be a little bit patient with this one.
Yeah. This is why I wouldn't be surprised if we see him on the left quite a bit as well, because playing in the center in the Premier League is a madness.
They can clamp him too because he's a small guy.
Yeah.
Get clamped,
so like if he starts to acclimatize and then he starts to move him central, then I'm so like, if we sign him, bro, like
he's a player, bro.
Now, this is a play. Remember, this is a player that me and Matt wanted at Liverpool, but we never thought would be a realistic thing. Never.
And when we got that link, we're like, it's just a link. It doesn't. We're not.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, for me, it was always Musiala and Wirtz.
And it's like a hardcore conversation too. It's like a hardcore, like, there's Musiala team Wirtz. But we're team Wirtz right now.
there's an argument if he signs. There's an argument to say he walks in as the best 10 in the league. There's an argument to say that.
Who's better than him?
And obviously he's got to prove it, right? But there's an argument to say he walks in as the best 10.
Yeah,
it's nice to say that as a Liverpool fan.
Yeah, who's better than him? Well, you got Cole Palmer from Chelsea, but like,
Cole's good.
He's good, but like there's also what's his name? The Brazilian guy from West Ham. What's his name? Uh,
Paqueta.
Paqueta, yeah. But like I don't put him in that level, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But he's very good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. He might be like low key. He could be alright because like I think we're spending this money because first of all the shirt sales are gonna be ridiculous for him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna get some good shirt sales. Then he's gonna be our new talisman for the future. Like eventually when Salah
Yes,
leave and all
exactly.
that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because
Precise.
like we gotta make sure the creativity department gets taken care of. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Facts. Especially with Trent going as well. We need more
yeah. We're trying
creativity.
to go.
The
Yeah,
only
got
thing
any.
the only thing
Go
that
ahead.
I'm a little worried about is getting the ball from defense to him on a regular basis. Now we need to
That's
figure out.
why we need Wharton. That's what I'm
Yeah,
telling you.
yeah.
Wharton picks diagonals to exit all the time, bro. That guy's a
Yeah.
baller, bro. Yeah,
Yeah.
low socks and everything, and he defends. I'm telling you, he's
Yeah.
a perfect DM, bro.
Yeah. He's sick. I
Yeah, he's sick,
rate
yeah.
I rate him a lot.
All right, and to K-Mac's point when he said like if we bought a DM, it would hurt McAllister. McAllister's going nowhere.
Nah,
The midfield is built on him.
I'd be very shocked if McAllister went anywhere this summer. I wouldn't rule it out in the future, though.
I think Szoboszlai should be more. I think Szoboszlai should be worried because we bought a 10.
I think Szoboszlai.
Like that's like the first position.
I think Szoboszlai plays
go ahead.
pivot in 10. I think he still plays 10 some games, and I think he plays in the pivot now as well, which I'm good with.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Yeah, I don't mind him being backup. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause like we got a lot of games and we can't play Verts in every game. We got a lot of games to play. Yeah. So like if we get like Wharton, right? We can have Wharton and grab our DMs. We can have like McAllister and what's it called, Jones as our those are 4 players are our pivots.
Yeah,
And then
and Bashir,
Szoboszlai and
backups.
yeah.
We'd be cooking.
Bashir, they can yeah. We can go for all 4 conversations. Like this can actually be a real thing.
Come on.
I mean, we were so close. You know how crazy that is, by the way?
I know.
It was actually a legitimate conversation. Like
yes,
it was like
I know.
Like it was 120 minutes and it would have been done.
Trust me.
Yeah, man, that was crazy, yo. Yeah, man.
We'll see, man. But bro,
that was so big up to you, man.
Big up to you,
my
my
first
bro.
time, and it's been a
pleasure. You've been brilliant, bro. Don't be a stranger, man.
Yeah, man. I appreciate it. I'm a big fan of yourself and Drifting and all them guys. You know,
bless you, my bro. Appreciate you, man.
Bless you too. Appreciate
big
it,
up,
man.
bro.
Big up, man.
Take care, bro.
Take care.
Big up Abdelaziz making a few debuts tonight, man. Big up to everyone who's called in, man. Look, we started this show because obviously we want you guys to be a voice in the community, and the support you give us, the love you give us, it's only right we can do a show like this. So I know some people might not want to call in because they might feel a bit shy or anything like that. I hope by now watching this, you'd like to, you can see that I don't think you need to be shy. We're not going to come on and judge you. We're going to have a chop up conversation. We're going to laugh. We're going to joke. And yeah, man, please do call in. If you haven't called in the past and you want to, please do, man. Don't hesitate. We always love hearing people's opinions. Big up to Blatant Red TV in the building. Hope you're well, my bro. Hope you're good. Right, let's get in our last call of the evening. Indian Scouser, you there, bro? Indian Scouser, you there? Indian Scouser, you've been waiting so long as well.
Yes, bro. Yes, bro.
Yes, there we go. I was like, no, you've been waiting all this time. You're not going to get to say anything. How are you, my bro?
Yes, I'm good. How are you? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we hear you, bro. We hear you.
Yeah, hopefully the comments can hear me well, because like I think the last time I was on was like quite a while ago. So
it was a while. Yeah, I think
I'm not sure if the microphone works.
Yeah, it was a few months ago now, right?
Yeah. I think I remember. Wait, one sec. I'm gonna turn on my camera because it's.
There we go.
Yeah, so I think I remember. I think there was once where I think when Klopp announced his farewell, like when he was gonna leave, and then I think I came on once more after that.
Yeah,
but it's definitely the first time I think. For I can't even call it this season because it just ended. So,
yeah.
But yeah, I think everything's it's all been good from my side. And how are you and the family?
They're good, man. They're good. Busy as always, but they're good. They're good. Little,
yeah. I hope
you know, this son just turned 6, so they're all getting big, man.
You just turned 6.
Yeah, he's running the house.
You're second, right?
No, my oldest is turned 6. My second's gonna be 4 in
so,
July.
So Stevie's 6.
Stevie's 6, yeah.
Yeah, happy birthday to him.
Big up, bro.
And obviously to Robbie and Alonso as well.
Yeah.
And
Big up,
to Drifty, Matt, and obviously the chat.
Yeah.
So the thing is, I was literally like downstairs. I ran down to get some water, and I was just praying, like, please, I hope I'm not next. As soon as I came up, and then I entered my room, and you just said, "And here's the last caller." I'm like, it has to be me. So yeah, that's why sorry, like my hair's a mess, everything's a mess.
Don't be silly, bro. You've seen me a lot worse on camera, bro. Like, don't worry about that. Come on, Premier League medal in that. Come on.
This as well.
I love that. Love it.
But yeah, so I just want to share my disappointment that I couldn't make it to the parade because I couldn't sort out my visa on time.
Oh.
So, but I was there last year because as soon as Jurgen announces that he's gonna leave in the summer after the season ends, that's the moment where I just booked everything. So I was there for the game against Sheffield United. So it wasn't the last game.
Yeah.
It was against Sheffield, and I was in the Kop-In when McAllister just scored the banger.
Oh, that's screamer.
And then I was there for the game against United at OT, but it's the first time that I watched a Liverpool game without a Liverpool shirt on because my cousin who's studying in Manchester at the moment, he got tickets for me. So I was like with the United fans. So it's the first time I had to experience, like, I think when Diaz scored the first goal and Salah scored the penalty equalized, like, I just had to just squeeze his legs. I was like, because I know if I celebrate those goals or put on a Liverpool shirt, like, I would never come back home alive, Thailand. Yeah, which is by the way 4 a.m. So, big up all the people in Asia.
Big up.
But yeah, so I just wanted to tell you that, I wanted to go for the parade so badly, and I'll definitely be there for when we get our hands on number 21 because I think it's gonna come soon. If not season and the season after, but hopefully it's the next one with like these signings. Obviously, Frimpong Friday, and hopefully it's where it's Wednesday.
It's Wednesday.
Yeah, and then days after that. But I just want to say to the people, smash the likes right now. And as Don Hussam says, like, this is 100% the best, pound for pound Liverpool channel out there on YouTube.
Appreciate it.
And so I have, I think, around 3 questions. So the first one is, obviously I saw the news about like Pep Linders right before like you went live.
Yeah.
And I think you remember this like from last season or season before where I got out the book because your shout out Bruno. I was gonna burn the book, but it wasn't an actual book. I just printed out the cover of it, but now I do have the actual one.
So you actually bought it?
Yeah, I mean, I bought it long ago though. Like, So I just wanted to ask you, like, so does it bother you about like him joining like the staff of like City, like? And my bad if like I haven't heard like all the colors, like what are the topics like they've been covering on. Like I don't want to touch on like the same topics.
Bro. Don't worry about that.
Well, the first question is, like, what are your thoughts on like Pep Linders joining Man City? Like I heard the next one will be Kolo Toure. So I know that Kolo is also like our former player and he played for them as well, right? But for Pep Linders, like, what are your thoughts on him going there? And do you think fans should be reacting the way that we've been reacting, like for the past few hours about him joining? Or you think it's just like a minor, like he's not going to affect much into City's gameplay and to Pep's tactics? Because obviously it's not Jurgen with us anymore. So it's not like he can give them like the background, the insight of like what we're doing behind the scenes. It's obviously Slot in charge. Or do you think like, we shouldn't be panicking or like saying like calling him like such things as we've been calling Trent? Like,
I don't know how I feel about it. I've never been Pep Linders' biggest fan, so I don't know. I don't know. I don't really feel any way about it. I mean, I do actually think he could affect things because obviously we've been Man City's biggest rival over the last 8-9 years, and if they're not won the league, it's us who's won the league.
Exactly.
And you might argue that he can go in there and give Pep some tactics and tips on how to beat Liverpool. And he was with those players day in, day out for years. He's going to know what frustrates those players. He's going to know what motivates those players. So when we're playing City, he's going to be Pep Guardiola's right-hand man. And that could work a lot for him. I just don't know. I don't care like that about Pep Linders. Yeah. If it was Klopp going Man City, then we've got a discussion. But yeah, I don't really. Yeah. I'm surprised he's going now. I'm surprised that City won him, but I don't know, man. I don't care. Like I only care about what we do now, man. Like I do care what other teams do on the pitch, because if City go and strengthen and do a madness, if Arsenal go and strengthen and do a madness, then that's gonna have a knock-on effect to us, right? But I don't care. Like I just don't care.
Yeah. I don't think it's gonna affect anything much, and like I don't think we should be reacting the way we are. And I'm pretty sure like maybe he's had a word with Jurgen, like before, because when Fabrizio tweeted that, I actually thought it was like a typo, or like he just he meant someone else. It was like a wrong tweet. So, but yeah, I don't think it should be like a big problem for us, in the future, in the long term. But the next question is, let's say the transfer window, I know it's gonna open on the 1st, but like let's just say it ends the way like we all know how it's gonna end. So let's say Arsenal, they get Zubamendi, let's say they get Sesko as well. Man City, they get Cherky, and let's say who else are they linked with? And let's just say that's all they get with like the winter signings they got with Marmoush, Kusanov and stuff.
Yeah.
And let's say we get the 3 signings that, hopefully we get the other 2 over the line with Wirtz and Kirkes, United with Cunha, Chelsea with Dilap. And this is just how it ends. Where would you think like we would finish next season, like according to the transfers right now? I know like you guys will have your own show of like the prediction stuff when the season transfer window ends, but as it stands right now, do you think we can go back to back with Frimpong, Kirkes?
I think if Arsenal only get Zubamendi and Sesko,
and let's say we're stuck with Jota and Diaz as the 9 as well, no Nunes, that's all.
I think it'll be between us and Man City to win the league. Especially if they get Cherky and they keep Haaland fit. And another factor we're forgetting about Man City, Foden gets back to form as well. Because Foden's had his worst season. If Foden gets back to form as well, that's another component.
2 seasons ago, player of the season. Like if he rolls back 2 years ago, that's the problem as well.
I think it's
between us and City. For Savinho in the league as well.
Yeah. I think it's between us and City if that happens. Arsenal, I think, finish 3rd if that happens. I think Chelsea need a goalkeeper, a centre-back as well.
Yeah. And just speaking on goalkeepers, like, what do you think about the links of, Kelleher to Brentford? You think that would be a good move for him?
Yeah, I do. I still think Kelleher is good enough to. I think Kelleher walks into Chelsea's team right now.
Yeah, facts.
Like walks in and enhances their team, but for whatever reason,
every team in the Prem apart from obviously.
Not Arsenal. Ray is better than
Ray for Arsenal, and then if let's say City let go of Ederson, I know they're gonna get someone else, but
but he's better than Onana. He's better than Onana. He's better than most of these goalkeepers.
I think he's even better than Vicario for Spurs.
Yeah.
And for Forest, I know Sells had a great season for Forest.
Yeah, Sells was excellent this season.
Martinez for Villa. Yeah, but he starts for most of the teams anyway. Like, more than half the teams in the Prem. And the last thing is obviously the big game tomorrow. Like, just want to hear your prediction for PSG against Inter Milan. I love rooting for like the underdogs and not just the favorites. So I think Inter are going to win it. Like, especially with the way how all the narratives are going with like the underdog season, like Spurs against United, us winning the league when it was supposed to be Arsenal City. Bologna won a title after so long in the Italian league. It did Italian Cup, Coppa Italia, and then there's obviously Newcastle, Crystal Palace, and they're saying Argentine players like McAllister, Romero, all winning trophies. So I just think it's gonna be Lautaro for Inter Milan. I think they're gonna lift it tomorrow.
I think it'll be Inter. I just think Inter are gonna put up a defensive masterclass.
And they have the heritage as well.
Yeah. but I wouldn't be surprised if PSG won it. But I'm going for Inter. I'm just looking forward to a good game of football.
Yeah, like it's finally like there's a game where we can just sit down, relax on a Saturday night, and whoever wins, like obviously Enrique with the whole story of his daughter. So yeah, if they win it, then that would be great. If Inter Milan, then happy for Judge Mo. Shout out to Judge Mo.
Like he'll be over the moon. I don't have a personal relationship with Judge Mo. We've crossed paths a couple of times. Good guy.
Yeah.
Like I'm nothing against Judge Mo. I've just never worked with him. I know he'll be over
because because it was like a hate watch for Chelsea against Betis, United against Spurs. I want United to lose so badly. So finally, we can watch like a proper game of football.
Yeah.
And
because I just didn't want Arsenal in the final because I can now enjoy the final.
Exactly. And yeah, I was actually wanted to say this from the start, actually, before I spoke about like how I couldn't make it for the parade. But obviously, all my thoughts and prayers are with the ones who are affected from the incident, and hopefully they're recovering well right now. If they haven't already, then hopefully a full recovery for all of them. And we don't want to see scenes like that ever again.
Facts.
So yeah, just a shout out to everyone who made it, and glad you all are safe as well. And just wanted to thank you for the whole season. Like all the content. From the start to the end, like I know it's not easy, like even right now, going on for hours and hours alone as well,
It's a pleasure.
But yeah, I just love you guys to bits, and hopefully like next season I keep telling myself I'm going to like build up my channel. So once I do that, then I'm going to ask you guys to do the assist for me and put in the link and stuff. But for now, like
whenever you're ready,
build it up, so yeah, big up everyone in the chat as well and all the calls so far. It's been a great season, and let's enjoy the summer, all the signings. Frimpong Friday, what's next? Kirk is hopefully a striker, a center back, CDM, hopefully. And and then we'll look forward to the Community Shield start of August. So
indeed,
just thank you for your time as well, and thanks for having me on,
bro. Thank you so much for your kind words as well, man. Appreciate you.
Love, brother, love, man.
Take care.
Smash the likes, people. Smash it.
Thank you. Come on, champion.
Champion. Ole. Where's the book?
No, big up, bro. Appreciate
big
you.
Up the chat as well.
Take care. Big up to Indian Scouts. So smash that like button. Right, we're gonna wrap up, but there's one person left. Had to bring him on. He's arrived late, but better late than never. They say this is a big rich town. Campeones.
Campeones. Hey, now.
Wagwan, bro.
Wagwan.
Medea.
What is good, my brother? Definitely appreciate you leaving the door open for me. Thank you. Appreciate it. Definitely.
I appreciate you.
Lights still on. Yeah, man. I definitely try, I know it's late, but I definitely wanted to get on to this. Because I've been on your show in a hot minute. I haven't been able to say what's good. You guys are all like so big time now. It's like 5,000, 6,000 people all the time in the chat. You try to say hello, and it's just going by. I'm like, all right.
No, I'm glad you said that, because I think people think we ignore them sometimes. I know you as a content creator as well. The chat goes so fast sometimes. We can't keep up.
Fast. You can't. And he's trying to stay like together.
Yeah, because we got to focus. Yeah, I'm glad you said that, because I think people think we ignore. We'd never do that. Like, it does go so quick.
No. But yeah, just chiming in, I figured I'd say hello since I haven't seen a hot minute, and also to see how you're feeling. I'm not going to bring up any transfer news, so that'll put the chat to rest. You don't have to get all anxious. That's a shame, brother, that you got that on you.
Bro, do you know how many people came up to us at the parade and they were like, "Oh, we love you, just don't let Callum talk about." Bro, I was like, in my
episode
face.
last, yeah,
in my face.
That's tough. In the face. Yeah, that's tough.
My face.
That is tough. But no, I don't believe in the curse, so don't worry. You're safe here.
Thank you. And
it's more so, like a lot of this, what's going on, talking about just like with the club in general, like as in with what we have and everything that we're going moving forward with. It's interesting how so many people have like 10, 12 people getting, the exit, and how like I've been trying to like emphasize this too. And we're looking at trying to get a striker. I think our center half is a more important position than our striker, to be honest with you. But we're looking at trying to get a striker involved in this club now. The Nunez era might be coming to an end, and I'm very interested to see what we do with this Florian Wirtz possible addition. I'm interested to see if we can get another, if it's Ekatike or if it's Alvarez, who's the person I've been coveting for a while now. I just would like to know your feelings though on do you honestly think that bringing in a striker will do a serious difference in offensive production, considering Slot's system has had 4 players play in this role, and not one of them have really banged consistently. And I don't go as far as to say, oh, each one of those 4 players are bad players. Whether you have a feeling on, Diego, or you have a feeling on Nunez, or you have a feeling on Lucho, or even if you have a feeling on Chiesa that's gotten 1 run at the spot.
Yeah.
Maybe even Jaden Danz, if you want to call it that too. I just don't think that it's that simple. I think it's about finding out how to really bring in the right player, as opposed to these players are all dead. And that's what, like, sometimes I hear people say those things, and it can be frustrating because these players aren't bad players. It's just that they're being asked to do things that they might not be capable of, or maybe aren't really just sufficient at doing. What are your thoughts?
I think the striker market is such a difficult one at the moment, but you're right. 4 players have tried, and 4 players ultimately haven't done no. 4 have tried. I think 1 has done very well. I think actually Luis Diaz has done very well as a centre forward this season. Okay. Considering he's never done it for Liverpool before this season, I think. And again, I've been quite critical of Diaz. I've got to put some respect on his name. I think he's been our second best attacker this season.
Well, Gakpo had a moment. Hold on, my headphones are going out. Again.
No, I say it loud and proud, man. I think Gakpo had a moment where he was just on a tear. Consistently from game day 1 right through to game day 38, Diaz was our second best attacker, 100%. And I'm over the moon for him. He had a really tough season last season with what happened with his dad. The season before that, I think, was the injury season. And then the season before that was when we signed him, and he was electric when we signed him. So
he's had 2 injuries too, by the way. Two serious
injuries back to back.
Yeah.
So I'm over the moon, and so much so that I wouldn't be trying to sell Diaz this summer. Lo and behold, as life goes, the 2 seasons where I said maybe I would cash in on him, now I'm saying I won't. Looks like he might be going now.
Okay.
But if I could, I would keep Diaz, but I'd keep him as a rotational striker. Jaden Danz is the one that I think all of us have kind of just putting to a side and forgetting about. He went out on loan with the intention of him playing football so he could be ready for this season. He didn't get to play any football.
Yeah.
His injuries are worrying me.
Oh, absolutely. And it's a back injury. That's not.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
Not
so that kind of means he's growing quicker than his body wants to grow, if that makes sense. But he's also got a natural instinct in front of goal. And I wonder, with him being an academy prospect, is he going to get the chance to go on loan again, or is he going to be kept with the squad and be a rotational player there as well?
Right.
Because you don't have to register him in the squad, right? So
right.
It could be worth his weight in gold. I don't know, bro, honestly, who we go and get. I'm like you, Alvarez and Isak all day long. The lap's going Chelsea, so that's off the table now. Ekatike is the one where you look at and you go, it's either going to be an amazing signing or a signing where we sit back and go, what a waste of money. I don't know if I'm ready to take that risk again. But he can be excellent. I just don't know if he will be.
Can you give me a little bit more reflection on the whole simple fact that even if we were to get,
I think we'll make groundbreaking.
Yeah,
I do. And the reason I say that is because I think the notion for so long has been Salah can't play with a striker. And I think the myth should have been busted ages ago, because every time he's played with Nunez, he gets goals and assists. So I don't think it's anything to do with Salah. I think it's more a case of we need someone to take some of the pressure off Salah. And if we've got a left winger in Gakpo, who's not a player who is kind of a 1v1 winger or a demon like that, he's someone that'll pop up at the back post, but he gets crucial goals as well. He's a very good finisher. We know this. I think by bringing in a striker, it occupies the centre backs more and means that Salah sometimes will have a bit more time and space to operate and do what he does, which means the midfield have a bit more time. Frimpong overlapping would be even better. We, in my opinion, could unlock another level in Salah, which will unlock the rest of the team, in my opinion. So I do think a striker is worth its weight in gold. Is it as important, like you said, as a centre back? At the moment, I'd say yes, especially if Diaz goes. If Diaz doesn't go, there's no argument. But if Diaz goes, then 100%. I love Jota. You know, Jota's my guy. I can't trust Jota anymore. The injuries look like they've caught up with him, unfortunately. And Nunes, I think everyone knows my feelings towards Nunes.
Right, I know that. I'm not going to even bring that up.
Yeah,
but but all due said and said, what you said is all great points. However, does that even matter if you look at the touches? Because I got into a heated debate, if you want to call it that, argument, conversation with Jamie on this one, and he sees it from a completely different standard.
Yeah.
If you look at it, I see all the comparisons being done with Nunez or even with Diego in that role as our 9. Yet, look at the touches that they get in a game. The touches aren't even remotely close to other more funneled in strikers, but yet the production comes from our wings. So if you're going to talk about where does our offensive output really get produced, it's on our wings. And it just so happens that we have 2 hot left wingers in Cody and Lucho, and then occasionally Lucho playing striker, if anything. And I think if what this coach sees is that he loves Cody, but he's not willing to give up on the fact that he loves Lucho. So what's the easiest way? Split the baby in half type thing and play both of them. Just play one in the more preferred position.
Sorry to cut you on that point. Sorry to cut you, Ghost.
Yeah.
Has his decision not been made easier though because of the lack of form and consistency from Jota and Nunes though?
I think the one different. I've always said this thing. Nunes is we can all agree Nunes is a confident striker, right? If he's got confidence, he's on top of the world.
I disagree with that.
Okay. All right. Well, then I that's something at least that was posed to me by again in that Jamie conversation. That was he came off as saying Nunes is the confident striker, and I can agree with him on that. I think that you get confidence in any striker, it becomes easier to do so. But how do you get that confidence? You have to allow for a player to play consistent games. And if you know that every time you're going to, and it's not just with Nunes, by the way, this is nothing about with Elliott, it's with other players that have come off the bench. You could even say Chiesa. Players have come off the bench, they've scored, they've done well, and what is their reward? Oh, bench. So therefore, it's not like this coach is pretty consistent in keeping a core players. And if you know that no matter how, and you agree with this, you said your confidence is fallen from Hata. There's no way that you could say that Diego hasn't had multiple opportunities despite not playing at this exceptional level that he normally does play at. Yeah. And knowing that that's the best way to get confidence in a player is to say, I know that you're not hitting right now. The same way Klopp did it with Lewandowski, for when he was playing at Dortmund. When Lewandowski was originally starting up and playing, he wasn't hitting at all. And Klopp was getting a lot of flack for not playing the striker that was in form.
Yeah.
And he continued to say, I'm going to get him into form by giving him minutes, giving him consistency to know that he's going to play day in, day out. And that's what we've been trying to do with Diego. It just hasn't necessarily worked because of his injuries and the likes. But Nunes hasn't had that, that type of leniency. So I can understand that and all. But and this isn't again. I mean, a lot of people are gonna be like, "Oh, you're trying to compare Lewandowski to Nunes." No, they're not two. I'm not trying to say they're the same type of players.
Yeah,
I know. The approach to trying to get any striker to be in form with who is a confidence striker, you have to go about that procedure. And we haven't done that with Nunez. And that's why I think Nunez's commitment even, and this is from a Nunez, I love Nunez. His commitment has changed. You've taken out the spirit from like that, taking the spirit out of that dog. You know what I mean? And it's like, and it's difficult to really keep going to the well and trying to pull that out. But that's why I say those particular instances with those players.
Shall I tell you why I don't see Nunez as a confident striker?
Yes, go ahead.
I think he's an emotional striker. I think he's an emotional human being. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Suarez was hyper emotional. I just don't think Nunez knows how to channel it. And the reason I say that, I look at some of the greats over the years. Henry, Rooney, Fowler, Aguero, they could be having terrible games. Torres, when he was at Liverpool, could be having terrible games. They could be getting fouled left, right, and center. They could be angry and annoyed. But when they're in front of goal, everything just zones out. They're tunnel vision and they go, I'm sticking this ball away. I'll never forget when Rooney was arguing with the official and then he's arguing, and then just runs onto a volley and smacks it top corner against Newcastle. 1 minute. And I look at Nunez and the reason I don't think it's a confidence thing, I think it's he lacks fundamentals or he doesn't understand the nuances of being a striker in a top league. I think he'll always score very good goals sometimes, but he'll always miss sitters if he continues to take the approach that he takes. He doesn't always have to thrash at the ball. I look at the goal against Brentford, for example, where he chips the goalkeeper. He's running in on goal. No one expects him to do that. He's got it in his locker, but everyone at a certain level has it in their locker. If you get to the Premier League, everyone's got quality in their locker. The top players are the ones who can show it on a regular basis. And that's what you look at. If I was to say, look at Premier League best goals of all time, you'll see some people in there that we wouldn't even remember, like Kasami, when he scored that goal from Fulham against Crystal Palace. But how often is he doing that? Not often. The greats are the Kevin De Bruyne's, the Gerrards, the Lampards, the Scholeses, the Yayas, the ones who are doing it on such a regular basis that you go, okay, he's of a level because he's doing it regularly, not because he does it once.
Can I interject one thing though? Cool. When he did that chip, when he did those types of things, was he not in form and having the confidence to even think to do so?
I don't think so. No, from the Brentford goal, I don't think he was in form. Even he got the brace against Brentford this season, which was a massive 3 points for us. I think people forget he was out of the team pretty much. I think that was the period where I got frustrated with Slot because when he came off the bench against PSG as well, he set up Elliott. For me, you start the next game. He starts against Southampton, has a stinker of a first half, but everyone then he scores the goal. Yeah, everyone did. But check it. He gets the goal and he wins the penalty and we win that game.
Right.
Who starts the next game?
What was his reward though? Exactly. But again, that goes to serve what I was saying in that.
Yeah.
What is your point? If I were to say, Cal, great goal yesterday. You saved us. You got us that win. Great. Yeah. And you're like, yeah, coach, cool. And I'm like, yeah, but your reward is bench. Doesn't that kind of be self-deflating in a sense? You know, and that's why I'm saying. And also to those that are saying in the chat, I saw some people saying the offsides thing. The offsides thing is a simple solution in the sense of why I believe he is offsides, quote unquote, so much. And that's because quite often we don't give the one unique thing that we saw in that last game, for instance, against Crystal Palace, is he got one opportunity and it was a through ball from Trent Alexander-Arnold. How often do you see,
That was a tough chance. People went overboard with that. I'm
not even talking about the chance, but I'm just talking about it in the sense of how often do you see that through ball being delivered to our strikers, much less even Nunez. But Nunez at least has the speed and the capability of putting pressure on that back line. So how often do we give that through ball? Not often at all. That was like a rarity. And that's all I've been asking for all year is to be able to unlock that portion of his game. So often people want to make Nunez conform and play a game of the back to the ball, more like, the whole Bobby's concept and everything else. And that's fantastic. However, if this player has certain qualities that excel in other shapes and forms, then try to unlock those qualities.
But don't you think he's had enough chances like that though?
I don't think he's had enough chances like the one I was speaking on. Because his big chances created have gone down immensely. Obviously, his minutes have too. His people might say, "Oh, well, he's got 29 starts. That's so similar to his first year and the likes. That's a lot of starts appearances." But that's the thing; they're not real quality appearance. Like 12 minutes here,
no,
10
I
minutes
agree
here.
with that. But this is why at the beginning of the season, when everyone was like, Slot's here, he plays with the number 9, he's going to cook. I kept on saying he's not going to cook. He's going to be even worse for him because Slot relies on his number 9 being clinical. Nunes is never going to be clinical, in my opinion. He'll be a high volume striker in the same way I think Lukaku is. They're not clinical strikers. And I think if you're playing in a slot system as a striker,
I give you that. He's high volume. I'll agree with that.
He's not clinical. And I think because of, here's my thing. Haaland is clinical. So Haaland gets away with the other stuff. So he might look awkward on the ball and all these things. But at the end of the day, the ball falls to him 9 times out of 10, it's in the back of the net. If Nunes wasn't clinical, but he had all the other stuff around it going for him, I don't think people would have an issue like that. But
this is okay. Go finish. I'm sorry.
No, go for it, bro. Go for it.
I was gonna say, but the key part about it is that I get the clinical portions, and I'm not trying to I'm not dismissing that fact. He should be more clinical. He should do more. He's not a gunman. He's never been a gunman, but I think that he should be more clinical. However, the sheer fact that you have a player that does have that pace and is able to get the ball, is able to push that back line, is able to cause you to have to pay more attention, can't double Mohamed Salah all the time, or even triple Mohamed Salah. You have to give away some of that to be able to give away the defensive coverage for a player, if not Diego, if not for for Nunes, if not for even Lucho. Those players, if you're able to have someone that makes those runs and has that pace, if you can properly focus that attention with those through balls I was talking about earlier, all of a sudden the defense has to be more they have to be more honest with their approach, and therefore that opens up possibly your most lethal targets, not your striker, your most lethal targets being Cody, your most lethal strikers being Mohamed Salah. And by having that open, that's the reason why Mohamed Salah has said that Nunes is his second favorite player to play with to Bobby. The reason why he's the second favorite is because he makes those runs, because you have to honor that pace. And because of those situations or characteristics, it opens up the game for Salah to be able to get into channels and be able to create things on his own that he normally won't be able to for a player that doesn't have that same pace, isn't able to open up those same doors for your Salahs, or even for your Codys, who often is trying to cut in and make those. He's not going to wow you with his ball control, his dribbling control. It's more so his ability to cut in and make those kinds of shots. So if you're going to have those kinds of options on right and left, you're going to have someone to expand the pitch to open up that space for them, and that's what those kind of players do.
I've got to ask you a direct question before I let you go, then, bro.
Yes, do it. I know, take time. Go ahead.
No, don't be silly about that. Would you keep Nunes for another season if it was up to you?
No, I wouldn't.
Why not?
I wouldn't, because you know why? I'm kind of tired of being the defense league for him. I'm tired of hearing all the boo-hooing and crying and.
But forget about social. Let's say social media and content. We all stop tomorrow, and you don't have to hear the backlash, and you don't have to get the comments and stuff. And I said, we're just in a room, just a few people who can make decisions about Liverpool Football Club. Would you? People are saying you're resigning.
I know. He's not even in the NPL. I got you.
Would you do?
No, you know what? I honestly don't. I think that Nunes is a game changer. If anyone wants to tell me different, it's funny because so many people, he's horrible, he's pants, he's this, he's that, and blah blah blah. He is individually, pretty much sometimes individually, won games for us by his performances. Okay, yet people totally wash that under the board. But all the same, I could see him if he's. I don't have to have Nunes as my number one starter. If we were able to utilize him as that different pitch, like here in America, we have baseball and you have pitchers, and some pitchers are just fastball pitchers. Some have a wicked curve, some, they have many different pitches in their resume, right? In the repertoire. If we have Diego is a clinical, that fox in the box, that whole nine, right? If we have Nunes and we can utilize him as that super sub or that poacher of a striker, That's another option. I like having options so that whatever team we go up against, we always have the ability to transform and never hear that Ancelotti, oh, we knew what we were coming. We knew how to play against them. We knew what we'd had to do to beat them. I don't want to ever have that. I want to have so many different options on the bench that we can always transform, and be able to create such a juggernaut of a transformer that you can't, some Optimus Prime stuff, So that's what I would like to see. And if I could, yes, I would keep Nunez as an option on the bench. Maybe not my striker option. I've already told you I'd rather have Alvarez as my striker at this moment, because I think that false nine is something that we need more so. I'd rather have, go in the time machine and get a young Bobby Firmino or something like that. But other than that, no, it's more so for me. I just like having those options, and you rarely get the type of pace in a striker that you do out of Nunez. You rarely get the type of ability to just kind of have that goldfish ability of forgetting about your misses and just still going out there and firing I want to get those types of things. But no, Nunez is going, if he goes, more power to him. I think wherever he does go, if he does to Atletico Madrid, I believe he will bang there. I think he will do well in a system that funnels more so to feature his qualities more so than what we do on this team. We're trying to force him to conform to our qualities on the team. So I'm good with Nunez going. I'm good with a lot of changes on this, as long as they're positive changes that make our team better.
Fairs. What I got from that is that you're fed up of being a lawyer.
Yeah, exactly. There's only so much. Yeah.
I can't lie. Mantis, this one's tickled me. He says Nunes is the kind of guy that will finish the milk and put the empty carton back in the fridge.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like Daredevil with trying to represent Punisher. After a while, you're like,
enough's enough.
Yeah, enough's
How many
enough,
people are you gonna kill?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, you might have to find yourself another lawyer, but no.
No, I hear it. Bro, tell the people where they can find you and support you, bro.
Oh, simple as it's that name right there. Just put in Liverpool 12th Man. You'll get our channel. We're getting closer to 1,000. We're at about 500 now. So if you could help push us there, that'd be great. I'd like to be able to join the greats like this man and his other two brethren, so that I can get invited and bring a different perspective, even though sometimes that it might not be the one you want to hear. I'm definitely doing my research to make sure that it is got some legs. So big up to everyone in the chat. Big up to team Drifty, team Callum, team Matt that make up the Kopish team. So they all got their own individual things. Then they got the team here on Kopish. So up to each and every one of you. And shout out to all my Reds out there for sure. Up the Reds.
Bless you, bro. We put a link to your channel in the chat. People, let's get Ghost up to at least 1,000 subs. Let me see.
Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be great. Definitely.
Yeah, guys, we can do that today, man. Let's get him up there, man. Let's do that. People, links in the chat. Go and do that. Go and subscribe to Ghost channel. Ghost, we'll talk throughout the summer as well, man. We'll get something going.
Yeah. I got some debates ready for you. I got some debates ready for you, definitely. And maybe a trivia too.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll DM and then I'll drop you my phone number and then we'll go from there.
Big up.
Bless you, my bro.
Bless up.
Have a good one, bro. Right, let's up these supers. Shout out to Beans and Toast, says big up to all the Kopishians. Big up yourself. Big up to Eagle Eye Football. Go and subscribe to their channel, doing great stuff. The Palace Boys, says Cal, bro. I think you mentioned Shirky last week. I did. Never gonna let this be lived down. Shout out to Mantis, says you're right, la. You're right, Mantis. Hope you're well, bro. Alié, how you seen the Diaz post might be leaving yet? We spoke about that. Obviously, there's been a Fabrizio tweet, which I'll speak of shortly. Ahmed, his first league, so it makes sense. Yep, I hear that as well. Anthony Gordon links catching up. I'll speak about that in another video. Charlie says Hato, Bashetic like a new signing and Ekatike. Seems like we might be going down the Ekatike route. We'll see. Charlie says, talk about Ekatike. He liked Liverpool's post on Frimpong signing. Fairs. I don't read too much into that stuff, though, if I'm going to be honest. A lot of these guys are friends with each other and all that stuff, so I wouldn't read too much into that. Shout out to Giconio. Also, Hair says, thank you for the parade videos. Bless up. Do you know what? We actually went out there with the intention. I even brought my camera there with the intention of just filming and interviewing a bunch of content creators and people down there. It was impossible by the time we got there. So hopefully we can do that next year. Shout out to Gikonyo, says Liverpool party, Nairobi, Wilson, June 7th. You're welcome. Big up yourself, bro. Appreciate that. Hopefully, if anyone's there, they can go to that party and have a good time. Shake a leg, have an apple juice on me. Big up to David Gray, Kopish for life. Oh, David! Big up, David, man. Saw you out there, man. You were so gracious with your time and your kind words, David. Big up yourself, man. I see your picture profile. Yep, I see you, David, man. Now I can put a name to the face. Big up, David, man. Appreciate you. Nilante, bro. Obviously, I've not been able to get you on this time. Next time we'll get you on. I know you're gonna cuss me and say you say that all the time. You've seen me face to face now. You know I'm a truthful person. I wouldn't do that to you. But no, big up to everyone who called in. Big up to each and every one of you. I will be dropping probably a video probably tomorrow. It will go out now. Sunday I won't be doing anything. Wedding anniversary. Monday evening probably be back doing content for you guys. Before that, if any news breaks, it'll probably be Matt or Drift. So do make sure you switch on notification bell and subscribe if you're new to the channel. People, it's been another Kall-In show. It's been another good one. You're going to be redirected to Hassam's stream, so stay here and you'll be redirected over there. Big up my brother Enz in the building as well. Hope you're well, bro. You're going to be redirected to Hassam. Shout out to Monts and the Big Six Bants boys who redirected over to here. And bless up to each and every one of you. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Thank you to all the callers. Till we see you next time. Stay blessed. We're Kopish for out, people. Take care.